All right, here we are. Good evening, everybody, and good morning if you're in Europe. Pretty positive it's morning. My name's Erin McGladdery, and I'm here with the 2020 Vegas champion, Paige Pearce. She just finished shooting a clean 900 just a few hours ago. Hi, everybody. Happy you're tuning in. Paige.
Oh, man, what a weekend.
Here we are.
I can't even believe it. So Erin and I are really happy to be here commentating tonight. We're going to have some super exciting shoot-offs down here for the Vegas shoot. And, yeah, I mean, what a weekend.
Yeah, I think honestly, Paige's nerves are probably shot by now. It's been a full weekend for a lot of these archers. So not only have they been shooting all weekend for the actual Vegas shoot, but there was the World Series finals last night.
Yeah.
So quite a few archers shot quite a few matches.
Yeah.
And that
There's
wrapped
another
up.
60 arrows for that if you made the finals, so quite a few. But I know for me today, when I finished the 900 round, I was just shot.
Exhausted.
So I can't imagine how these guys, I mean, I guess they do it every year, but how they pull it together and go perform so well in the final.
Right.
After all that buildup of pressure.
Yeah. So we have 4 shoot-offs, 5 classes.
Yep.
Yes, 5 divisions. Everyone's just getting organized. Seats are filling up. Tonight's coverage is all brought to you by Gas Bowstrings.
Yep. We're here with Bowjunky Media at bowjunkymedia.com. Heard that a few times before.
Everyone's just getting organized.
Everything's looking great. They just brought out the last year's Vegas champions, Sarah Lopez and Sergio Pagni, and gave them some award for winning last year, which was pretty cool. So they already had them out on the floor. So yeah, it's been a good year, a record high, right?
Yeah, I think it was
800 archers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I know our division, the women's championship division, I feel like this was the highest turnout we've ever had with 100 shooters, but maybe not.
Yeah, we've actually been 100, 105.
Okay.
I think it's pretty consistent there.
Okay.
Which has been, I mean, awesome. It's
Yeah.
a good turnout for us, and I don't even know what the men's divisions were. Oh, speak of that, look at the screen right now. Brady just shot a 900 this weekend for the win. First 900 from a recurve shooter ever in Vegas. That is blowing my mind.
And for anyone who shoots, either a compound or a recurve, to shoot a 900 in Vegas is tough. It's so tough with a compound that it's actually hard to even fathom shooting it with a recurve.
Yeah, I don't think people really understand the amount of work, dedication, effort, time that Brady puts in to do the things he does. He makes it look so easy that I feel like people don't appreciate how difficult what he does really is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is.
I actually was on the line, and he finished well before me, and I heard everyone cheering just like that for him when he made the 300, and I was like, oh no, Brady got it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to mess it up now.
The crowd went wild, and rightfully so.
Oh.
It really is a big deal. Standing ovation coming from the crowd. Brady, obviously has a big local following, but all around the world as well. He's just a great guy, a great ambassador for the sport. And
He's so personable, too. Like, he is willing to help anybody, and he's just such a good guy that, I mean, that just speaks volumes. Like, it's really nice when you see people doing well at archery, but to see someone with Brady's character out there pounding away, it just means that much more.
And I think he's exciting to watch because he's a guy that's not afraid to show passion. Whether he wins or loses, he's just...
You can see it all over his face.
You can.
I love every time he wins, you see him come off the line with the big fist bump and the roar, the Brady roar.
Absolutely.
Pretty sure that's trademarked, and yeah, it's just impressive to see. He actually took second in the Indoor World final last night. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure it's not what Brady went out there to do, but man, he showed his true colors this weekend. He really did.
If you're watching from home, with the World Archery shoot-ups that happened last night, a lot of people had to switch equipment from the Vegas shoot. So there's different regulations for arrow sizes. I know a lot of the recurve shooters switched to their outdoor setups because the arrow diameter that they shoot for the Vegas shoot is larger than the World Archery limitations.
Yep. Yeah, I switched. Most of the compounds are switched, and I don't know what actually Brady was shooting this weekend, but
I think he switched bows. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, and that very well might have been. All right. now we're seeing Sergio. Sergio's another really good guy. All these people are just great people. I feel really lucky to be around them almost every weekend. I'm still not over Brady. That is so cool. So cool.
It really is. There was a lot of exciting stuff going on at once because you, Paige, you were about to shoot a 900, the only lady left clean in that division after 2 days. So everyone's on edge watching you. Everyone's waiting for Brady, hoping he's going to get that 900. It was, and then plus
and then there's so many men that are on the bubble right there heading into the last round. We actually had 22 men clean it this year. 22. Yep, and then 23 with our lucky dog. So, wow. It's a good number.
I mean, the shoot-offs are going to be pretty intense.
Yeah.
As always.
I think every year we're seeing, we always talk about, everyone asks, the women's division growth, women's division improvement, and man, it's been huge. But even in the men's division, the number of people that you're seeing hit that 900 mark, and new people coming in, it's not the same 20 people all the time, which is great.
There's got to be, 100 guys who could potentially,
shoot a 900
at any time, clean it.
I agree.
At least 100, I would say.
I agree.
It's just...
Yeah, it's crazy. I think we had a few questions about women's division moving forward. I think from here on out, it's pretty much going to take a 900 to win it or have a chance to win it. And for years I've been here, that was not the case. So that's pretty crazy to think moving forward, in just a few short years, the growth that we've seen, it's just been exponential.
It has, and like you said, there's so many new people coming up that are so good.
Yeah.
So those of you who have been in the game for so long, and a lot of these, we're going to see some men later in the shoot-off who've been in this game and been very competitive for a lot of years.
Yep.
And these young guys that are coming up are so good.
I know.
It's just
scary.
Crazy. It is. It's got to be scary.
I'm sure it is for everyone that's been around for a long time. I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I was speaking with Christy Collin earlier today, and she was just saying, everybody's just getting so much better all the time.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. They're doing some cool shots in the stands now, and it's filling up fast.
And to be here at this shoot is so fun because there's there's T-shirts going into the crowd. There's it's pretty fun to watch. It's pretty exciting.
It's just interactive. I think they've done a really good job about making the people in the stands feel, like they're part of the show. And that makes it that much better.
Kiss tab.
Man.
Whoa.
Go Jimmy. Am I allowed to say that? That's funny.
So, yeah, it's a great event to be at. I know when I first came here, I didn't know who anyone was, and I just remember sitting in the stands watching, and you could feel the energy in here, and we'll feel it later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right now everybody's hyped, just waiting to go, but man, when they dim the lights and everything gets real, it's...
Right. I think if Paige has got any adrenaline left, she might feel something later on during the shoot-offs.
I just need a nap.
Yeah, those adrenals are shot.
Oh, man.
What a weekend.
Yeah.
So let's just talk a second about that moment. You shot your last arrow. You knew you had just won Vegas. Was it more... I'm sure you felt a million emotions. But was it more relief that it was over or excitement that you'd won?
I think it was a combination of both. I don't even know. It all just hit at once. Then I hugged Erin, and she made me cry.
That was a bit much. we were both crying.
I just started bawling like a little baby.
But the thing is, when you're in that moment, the emotions are just
it's so high. And what's so different too is, I mean, for the the years that we've been friends, it's like I've been there through your growth in the sport, you've been there for mine, and all the women now are just supporting each other and really wanting it for each other. I know Tanya was down there talking me through it all day.
Right.
And man, that is friendships, like you can't ask for anything more than that. So being down there with all of you girls and then pulling that off and having you right there as it happened is like the most overwhelming thing. I was shooting between Sarah Lopez and Tanya, who were both previous 900 shooters as well. So it's like...
So they know exactly what it takes.
They understand that pressure. And I shot Vegas for, 10 years, I would say. Well, no, since I was 10. So a lot of years, 14, 15 years. I never had, I don't think even a full respect for the people that are out there shooting 900s. Because now that I just had to go through that, even if I hadn't shot the 900, just the stress of knowing you could.
Right.
I'm so impressed with the people that are out here every year throwing down 900s like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who have shot 900. Well, I just heard today that Chance, this is maybe his 15th time that he's done that.
Gosh,
that's really hard to comprehend.
No, it is. I don't think anybody can. Like I've shot a lot of stuff and I didn't fully comprehend, honestly.
Right.
No, I mean it. I'm serious. That was the hardest 3 arrows of my life. So I think, and this is just my opinion, but I think shooting the arrows for the 900 is almost more stressful than when they get out here. Like, this is for all the marbles, but it's like they've made it. Right. Now it's a show. And it's a different kind of controlling your nerves than just trying to get to the show.
And here, you have to be so precise.
Yep.
Like, you really, you may be eliminated by just a hair. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you're trying to qualify, you know that the 10 is pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
for sure.
In theory, we should all be able to hit that every time.
Yeah, we should.
You know, we really should.
We don't.
But when you get out there, man.
That 10 ring shrinks a lot.
It just seems so much more difficult than it should be.
I was 100 times more nervous trying to hit the big 10 today than I was last night trying to hit the little 10. It wasn't even comparable. And that's just the weight of Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like, they have turned this tournament into, like, the pinnacle of archery. Like, this, it's just a cool weekend all around.
It is.
Like, the vibe, the energy through the whole weekend. I mean, look at the stands. Like, everyone is just so happy to be here and be a part of this.
Yeah, it's a really exciting event. Whether you're even just a spectator or a parent or somebody new, or maybe you've been here 30 times, it's still exciting and fun, and there's just so much going on. There's a lot to watch. There's, a lot of vendors, everything archery you could really imagine, and the highest turnout that we could hope for.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's been awesome. I'm just excited to see what they have planned for the show tonight.
See how this all shakes out.
Bruce Cole up there running the show.
He's having a little fun with the crowd.
He always does. They are getting ready to throw some t-shirts out, so everybody's getting hyped, hoping to get some swag.
So we are getting closer to the matches here that are about to come up. I think we have some entertainment coming.
For those of you guys just tuning in, we are here with Bowjunky Media. Tonight's show is brought to you by Gas Bowstrings, and this is going to be the 2020 Vegas Shoot final shoot-offs tonight. So we've got 5 shoot-offs coming up from 5 different divisions. It's going to be a really good show, and I hope you guys stay tuned. That's pretty intimidating. Look at all those people.
So we have several divisions who have a winner already. So I know, obviously, we are here with Paige Pearce, who won the women's championship division with a clean 900. The ladies are going to shoot off after for second and third, so that's coming up, I believe.
And then Keith Trail actually outright won the senior men's division, senior championship, and so we have a shoot off for second and third tonight with them.
Right.
So that's pretty unheard of too.
Men's recurve.
Brady
Ellison
yep.
shoots the first ever 900 from a recurve shooter, which is just incredible.
Monumental.
It is.
It's, wow.
And I would imagine he's pretty thrilled with that.
Oh, yeah. And he has to be.
And what a great year to do it with the games coming up. Obviously, all the recurve shooters who are hoping to head to the games have got that one thing in mind, I think, this year. Whether it's indoor or outdoor, they have got the games,
Yep, they're ready. I think everybody else at the games better be scared, because I think Brady's pretty unstoppable right now.
It would seem that he's on fire.
Yeah. There's no better way to put it. No, man, he's working so hard, and he deserves it 100%. He's such a good guy. All right, here we go. All right, the show is about to start. Got some cheerleaders coming out. You think we could pull that off?
I would say maybe after a little warm-up.
No. Somebody actually came up to me earlier, 2 girls, and they're like, hey, do you know what TikTok is? I was like, sure. He made me do a dance. Taught me a little
Wow.
dance. Made me. I failed epically. These girls are real
maybe
good,
we'll
though.
air that later, huh, Paige?
I sure hope not.
So this, I believe this is the University of Las Vegas
Yeah,
cheerleading team.
they're
I
doing
would
great.
assume. They're getting the crowd warmed up, and I would imagine all the archers that are getting ready to shoot are warmed up and ready to go, and they're getting staged back behind us.
Yep, they are probably getting ready to bring them out right now as this ends. Awesome show right now from the cheerleaders. They're really doing a great job. I think this is what Vegas is all about, though, is not just the tournament Vegas, but Vegas itself is so much about the show and the energy,
the
and it's just
environment.
such a unique place that it's so cool to have stuff like this here, at an archery tournament as well. Like you said, build the hype, build the energy, really make it interactive.
Right.
I'm excited. This is going to be a really good show. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Gas Bowstrings. And we are currently at the 2020 Vegas shoot, getting ready to watch the live final shoot-offs tonight. It's going to be pretty exciting for those of you that are just tuning in. That's basically what's going down, and we see some archers. Alrighty, so
Looks like we have the championship female division. Sarah Lopez and Linda Ochoa Anderson are going to shoot off for second and third place. If you're just joining us, sorry, Paige. Paige Pearce took first place. She shot a clean 900 earlier this afternoon with that last round.
Yep.
And now these two ladies who have both been here before,
yes,
in
the final shoot-off
situation,
and
are gonna battle it out.
Sarah's actually a previous 900 shooter. She's one of the women that has pulled off a 900.
In 2019, yes.
Yep, last year. Linda has not, but Linda is no stranger to this finals venue.
She's always in this race.
I'm pretty sure Linda's been down here 2 years ago. She was down here, I think, for the win and ended in second, and then she was down here, I think, again last year.
Right.
Not sure where she ended up placing, but I know she was down here shooting. So this is her third year in a row out there shooting in the finals in the Vegas shoot. It's pretty impressive.
I had the pleasure of shooting with her on day one, and, she's just fantastic.
They're both really good people and really good archers. Their score for the weekend was an 899, so they dropped 1 point this whole time. Adjust their sights, make those changes if necessary. That way, when it goes into the first scoring end, they know exactly where they're planning on impacting.
And I think it's always nice in practice. Pretty sure we're all hoping to shoot a nice kind of arrow hole for aiming at.
Yeah.
If you can get a good hole going in there, often that'll help with something to aim at. So while the ladies shoot, we're also going to have the championship compound young adult guys shooting off at the same time.
Yep. So we're going to have Nathaniel Wilkin,
Dallin Hazelbush.
Yep, and Cole Zug.
And they are shooting for second place as well. So they'll be second, third, and fourth.
So two of those boys are going to make the podium, and one is not. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on that shoot-off. Now, we also have the senior men coming out, similar to the women's division. So Keith Trail went out there, had a crazy good weekend, and outright won this tournament. So Scott Starnes is here, as well as Kendall Woody, and they're going to be shooting off for second and third tonight in the championship compound senior division.
And I believe Keith won it last year as well. So 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think he did.
Pretty positive. So if anyone knows who the compound young adult male champion was, just comment under our feed and we'll see that.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, we actually don't have that. We just have the archer list for the shoot-off. So somebody outright won that division as well, which is really impressive.
And now we've got us know who that was.
Second, third, fourth. So everyone is out there right now hanging their practice targets. Here's some people cheering from the stands right now, which is pretty cool. You can see the junior men are up there getting ready to go.
They think that Keith Trail maybe won 3 in a row.
Really? He's sitting right
A
next to us.
three-peat.
We could probably just ask him.
Maybe we'll ask him.
If we get a minute. All right, guys, we just tuned into the live feed. So any questions, comments, anything that you want to know, just let us know and we're ready. There we go. All right.
So they're just getting ready to shoot their first practice end. The crowd's cheering for their favorites.
Yeah, they are. Kendall's being nice and interactive with the crowd out there. That's great.
I think Scott just said, I can't hear them.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of cool. They're running all 3 divisions at once. I think that, do you think that relieves some of the pressure or no?
I think for the shooters, most likely it does. The more people that are up there with you, I mean, I can only imagine that might help.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
So, what's interesting, anytime I'm in a finals venue, I kind of have tunnel vision, and I don't even see the crowd. It's more the pressure of just winning that tournament. I think they could have stuck me in a back room today and said, you got to hit that 10 in Vegas with people there or no people there, and I would have been probably just as nervous.
Well, that makes sense. I think that's the best case scenario is if you can just block everything else out and focus on what you're doing, and it'll happen fast.
No, for sure. So now we've got a shot. There's the junior compound men out there shooting right now. And they look really solid.
And for all of these archers to be up here tonight, it's going to be a great experience no matter what position they're really shooting for, because they're in front of this huge crowd, and no matter what, they're going to take something away from tonight, no matter what happens.
Oh, 100%. So we just had input here. Bodie Turner won the compound young adult male.
Okay.
Congratulations, Bodie.
Perfect.
And we've got these 3 out here now shooting for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Good shot of Kendall there. We just have, I mean, even this, I know this isn't the quote-unquote main event of the night, but the caliber of archers that we have out there right now, it's pretty impressive to watch that field. And it's not just one division. To see the women, the junior men that are hopefully going to be coming up and out there on the floor with, our open compound division.
And you can bet that's exactly what they're hoping to do, is just keep getting better. And
100%. And the NFAA making these junior championship divisions, I think, is one of the best things they could do for the sport of archery, because that is going to take these boys that now have the opportunity to shoot down here in the Vegas field in the Vegas finals and just give them that experience to make them that much better. I think this is just a really good thing. Anytime the younger generation can get that experience, it's going to help them transition in the future.
For sure. So then let's talk about Scott Starnes and Kendall Woody. They've both, been in enough shoot-offs and been under pressure enough times. Are they still feeling this? Are they still shaking? Are they, what's going on with them, do you think?
I think they are. Quite honestly, I don't think that ever goes away.
Right.
And I've heard people say if it does, you should go home. I don't believe that, because I wish mine would go away. But
I think everyone does.
The excitement and they've put so much work. Everyone just sees the 90 arrows they just shot, but the amount of arrows that they've put into it before coming here this weekend, the stress that they've felt, the effort they've put in, there's so much that goes into this. Like, people just see this finals, but they don't think about everything that these guys did to get there. And
all the hard work and all, it takes hours and hours and thousands of arrows to be able to just do it in practice, much less do it
out there is
under pressure.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to go away.
No.
I think there's too much put into this to ever get out there and just feel nothing. Because if you feel nothing, I don't think you care. And I know every single person standing out there cares a whole lot.
Right. Even when they say they don't.
They're lying.
There's a reason they're here.
All right, here we go. So they had their first practice in. We are heading into the first scoring in. So, guys, I am going to try to call arrows as we go. So the way that this shoot-off is going to work, the first end is Big Ten scoring, typical Vegas scoring. So right now, person with the highest score is going to continue in advance. We're assuming that's going to be a 30. And so everyone just needs to hang that Big Ten ring. I said just. Trust me, it's not that easy. All the arrows I'm seeing so far are Big Tens. So we're just going to assume everyone's good. I will let you know if I see something that isn't.
So far, so good. Everyone looks pretty steady.
One thing I'm not liking in this shoot-off is that they did not hang name tags. So that makes it really tough for us as spotters when there's quite a few of them out there. Wow, I'm really impressed with them.
It looks like the women are both clean. Linda and Sarah.
Yep, I can see Linda's arrows for sure. One is Sarah's. I can't see that third one. I'm sure it's good. I think.
Looks good.
And all 3 of the junior boys should be good. And yep. Okay.
Everybody's good. Wow.
Everybody made it through the first end. That's impressive.
They're throwing it down.
So when Sarah Lopez shot off last year for the win, her and Soche Wan had tied with a clean 900 and had to go shoot off. Sarah dropped a 9, and you could hear the whole crowd like, oh, man. And So ended up dropping 2. So let me put it in perspective. Those 2 women had just shot all weekend, not dropped a point, stepped into the finals arena, and both of them dropped at least 1 in the first end.
The crowd here is tough.
It is. They are
night,
harsh.
Last night, if somebody shot a 9, the whole crowd, ooh. And then the archers were laughing because it was so bad.
It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
As if we don't feel it enough.
Yeah.
So
thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Well, I just want to point out, okay, that was Sarah's last year. So, again, she came out, just improved her last year this year, made it through the first round. I think every time Linda's been out here, she's made it through this first end, too, which is awesome. So, now the next end is going to go from outer 10 normal Vegas scoring to inner 10 scoring. Sarah Lopez with a 30. They're going to go through and announce now, but we know everyone should have a 30.
Good. So the inner 10 is the size of a U.S. dime.
Yeah.
Which
it's pretty small. It's tough. So basically what that's going to mean, the X ring will now score as a 10. The 10 ring becomes completely irrelevant. It's like it's not even there.
Yeah.
So the rest of the yellow will then entirely be a 9. So essentially it's basically like the world archery target we shot last night. I know there's always some confusion if someone shoots a Vegas 9 or a Vegas 10. Doesn't matter. So it's X or bust, basically.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
All right.
And I think to get through that first end of scoring has got to feel good.
Yeah.
Because, it just seems like at the very start the nerves are so high. And once you get through the first one, maybe it gets a little better.
Yeah. One thing that I think is challenging in this style of shoot-off, I would almost prefer if they just went into straight X's as 10s. Because then everyone's kind of on the same field. But when you start with the big 10 and then you have to transition into the little 10, I don't know about you, but I aim a little different. I try just a little bit harder when I know I have to hit the baby X. And it's really tough in a final situation with that pressure to transition in one end into, okay, I just need big 10 versus, okay, now I have to hit the little one.
Right.
I think I over-try in that situation.
Well, and here it's different because with the World Archery stuff, you don't even have the option of the Big 10. It's not even on there. So with this target, yes, the Big 10 is on there, but you still have to hit the baby 10.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like false hope having that Big 10 there to look at.
It is.
I guess
Hazelbush with a 30.
The easy solution would be to, aim for the baby 10 every time.
Yeah, no, it definitely would.
Do you think that's part of why Vegas gets to so many archers is because, the 10 is big and a lot of elite level archers think, oh man, it's the big 10. All I got to do is hit the big 10.
We shouldn't miss. The frustration is we know we should not miss, but we do. And the little X, we're all going to miss that periodically. So they just announced Cole with a 30 as well. I just want to add, I actually got to shoot by Cole this year in the Iowa Pro-Am.
Okay.
I had an equipment malfunction during the middle of the round, and he was so great. He was standing there talking me through it, trying to help, anything that he could do. What do you need? And then I had to do makeup arrows, and he's like, you got this, you can do it. So it's so neat to see him out here because I know him personally. And, man, what a good kid.
Well, and it's fun when you get to shoot tournaments and you're kind of shoulder to shoulder with different divisions. You get to know people, and it really makes for, events in the future are a lot more fun when you know more people.
It is. No, this is definitely like one big family. So women are good. Everyone's through. Junior men are through. Kendall Woody with a 30. And Scott Starnes with the 30 as well. So it's all confirmed. Everyone made it through big skin. Or big, wow, sorry. Two words at once. Big scoring end. And then now we're heading into the baby X.
It's okay, Paige. We'll give you a break. You've had a,
sorry,
had a
guys.
bit of a wild weekend.
Don't judge me.
She's wore out.
I have a few broken cylinders right now. Had to bring in the big guns and just let Erin carry the show.
Once we dried our tears, got it together.
No joke.
Happy tears, though.
Yes.
Which is
I'd
always a
prefer
good
that.
thing.
For sure. All right, I'm going to check these comments and see what everyone's saying.
So all these archers now are gunning for the baby 10s. So the X counts as 10. Everything else is a 9.
So, and in this game, even if they drop one, that doesn't mean they're done because it's hard enough that their competitor could drop one as well.
Right.
So I'll let you know if anybody misses X's. Wow. These guys are good.
The ladies are both good.
Okay, so Scott Starnes missed his first X. Or first 10, I guess I should call it.
Wow.
And Kendall Woody has his. That's the only... Ooh, there's another one. And should be Hazel Bush. Dropped one as well.
The women are both still good. They've each got 2 in there. Whew.
I think that third arrow is the hardest to get down there, so I'm curious to see how people do.
I can't quite see Sarah's third arrow.
Ooh.
I think it maybe is a little high.
Linda's is low. Okay, something happened.
I think we might have just had a win.
No, I think Cole just got all 3. Oh, there's so many arrows. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and the other 2.
Cole got all 3.
The other 2 guys have each dropped an X, so that means he just got...
Are you sure the first one dropped? Wilkin? He has a close one. I'll wait to call that.
Maybe it's an arrow call.
I can't see Sarah Lopez's third arrow. I know Linda's third arrow is not an X, so...
Wilkins got one out the top, it looks like.
Yes, he does. And Scott Starnes has 2 out, 2 or 3. Kendall only has 1, so the men's, the senior division could be resolved as well. So we're going to wait. We'll give you play-by-play as they call it out to make sure it's accurate.
I can't see Sarah's arrow, so we're just waiting for an arrow call here on one of Sarah Lopez's arrows.
Looks close.
It looks close. We know that Linda dropped 1, so if they call it in, then Sarah will be our second place winner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they'll be a tie.
So they'll be tied. So another round for the girls. It scares me.
It's bright. So the women will be going another round.
Again. Okay, that's good. I mean, 2 out of 3 X's out there. The pressure of this, like I'm still impressed. They killed it, and both of them hit Big 10, right? On the X's they missed, so that's pretty cool. Not that it matters, but just a side note.
They won't be too upset with that, I'm sure.
You can see, look at the look on Sarah and Linda's face. Like, you can just see
the
weight.
intensity.
Yeah, intensity of
heavy.
this shoot-off. Man. All right, here we go. Nathaniel looks really happy right now. He's got a big smile on his face. Actually, they're totally out of order. They did. Oh, no, they're not. We're good. We're good. So Nathaniel Wilkin will be up first.
Wilkin, 29.
29. So we got to wait and see what the other boys have. I know Cole's good.
I'm going to see if I can take a look. Yeah.
So what you guys are seeing now, the way that the NFAA runs these shoot-offs, they have 3 judges go up. Each judge independently scores and calls the arrows. They let them know, and then obviously if there's a split, there can't, split decision, best 2 out of 3 is going to determine that arrow call.
Dalen 29 as well.
Okay. So with that, I think Cole is going to be
I think so. So he would be second, and then our 2 other archers will shoot off for
third. Let's wait to hear him call it, but I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah.
Yep, he got it.
Cole got it. Awesome. So
He's
Cole
pumped.
is going to be our second place finisher in the championship compound young adult division tonight. Good
That's
for
great
Cole.
shooting, not missing an
Oh.
X, and
Great shooting.
What a great way to finish his showing at Vegas. And like you said, for these young guys, this is fantastic experience as they start to venture off into their archery career and move forward.
Yeah. This is, I'm sure he's on cloud nine right now, but the confidence that this helps them build is just through the roof.
There's really no way to practice for these type of situations. You can practice all you want, but to really mimic the feeling of a crowd like this and the pressure of Vegas,
Yes.
it's pretty tough.
So you just saw Kendall Woody on the screen looking with binoculars because the archers are not allowed to approach the targets while the judges are scoring. So they actually haven't even been able to walk up and see closely what they think their arrows are yet. So he's half the distance trying to peek
Plus,
up there
this
and
is the
see
seniors division, so he's taking a good look.
Yes, he is. Sorry, Woody, when you
Yeah.
watch this later. So they should be calling Scott's target first. So we are waiting on what they're calling that now.
Starts 27.
Okay, so this should be resolved.
Yep, should be it.
Scott
Again, the
Starnes
crowd
with
gave
the
him
27.
not very nice little.
I know.
reaction
Scott,
there.
man, Scott is such a great guy, and his wife Dee wasn't able to be here this weekend. She was homesick. I actually spoke to her on the phone earlier today. But what a great guy. He's got a cool nickname too, the Dragon.
I'm sure
Can't
Dee is
really beat that.
wishing she was here.
I know. I'm sure she is, but she's going to be proud of him no matter what.
Absolutely. And these guys are having a laugh, having a joke. They've been here, and they've, been in
Oh.
competition with each other so many times.
So many times. And I guarantee you, all these guys are such good friends that, while they're competitors, it's still nice having, someone that you've done this with multiple times down there with you. So now we're just waiting on Kendall's arrow calls. So we have Scott right now with a 27. We're
Woody, 29.
29.
29 for Kendall Woody.
And
So
that's it.
Kendall Woody will be second place, and Scott Starnes will be in third. Not a bad weekend for those guys.
With Keith Trail, he took the championship. He shot a 900, I believe.
I don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
I know he shot a 300 today.
Okay.
It was just a couple down from where I was
Either
shooting.
way, he
And,
shot good enough to win it outright.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we have Keith, Kendall Woody, and Scott Starnes is our championship compound senior podium for the weekend.
So if you're just joining us, I'm Erin. This is Paige. She won the women's division earlier today, and tonight's coverage on Bowjunky Media is brought to you by Gas Bowstrings.
Perfect.
So we've got the women's championship division shooting off for second and third.
Yep.
The young compound,
Young adult
male.
compound. Yeah. Young adult compound.
Compound male. Wow.
Yes. We both need a break.
So now they're shooting for third, these two guys.
Yes.
Third and fourth they'll be. This is their second end of baby 10 scoring. So the X counts as 10. Everything else after that is a 9. The Big 10 really doesn't mean anything at this point.
Yep. So we're looking for basically X or nothing right now. So same thing as before. If we can see that anybody dropped one, we will let you know.
Ooh, middle.
It's a money shot right there. Good one from Sarah Lopez.
Good.
Should be good from Linda.
Maybe. It's tough from our angle, but
Linda's shooting 23 diameter arrows this weekend. And I don't know what Sarah's shooting.
that one looks edgy.
Probably the same.
From who was that?
Ooh, yeah, that will be close.
He's got red veins.
Nathaniel.
He's got a close one.
Yes.
Wow, Sarah is so fast. And I think those three are right in the middle.
Yeah, I think
so
she
Linda
smoked
needs
it.
to hit this one.
I would think Linda's first one's solid. We're also, just so you guys know, we're over on the side, so we aren't right behind the arrows. It's a lot more difficult to call them at the
Yeah,
angle
middle.
we're sitting at.
So depending on Linda's arrow call on that, target number 1, they might be tied again.
Wow.
And if they both shot all X's, whew.
I'm impressed. So we have... Oh, that'll be probably a close one. I think it might be just out from Hazelbush.
They might be tied again, too. So how this works, is this right, Paige? They just keep going until somebody drops an X. If they're all tied, they just keep going.
So technically, they could keep going with, like, if they all shot 28s, they could keep moving on. So basically, it's until there's last man standing with a higher score than all of the other competitors of that end. So now that we're only down to 2 each, basically, either they tie every end or the first person to win that end will then be our second for the women and our third place finisher in the young adult division.
So that's interesting. Whereas in, world archery style, it goes to closest to the center shoot-off, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so we just shoot our normal match. If we're still tied at that point, it's 1 arrow closest to center. So this is a whole different kind of pressure and like mental stability, because with us, we just know, okay, get through that 1 arrow and you're good. Where with these guys,
this could go on all night.
This could go 10 ends. Yeah, you never know.
Okay,
so
it's
in.
Tied. Wow.
Awesome. Good for
Way
the girls.
to go for those women.
It's a really good shot of Linda and Sarah there. They both look so serious.
You can just feel that intensity.
It pains me for them. I'm really proud of them out there. They're killing it. All right, here we go on the young adult men. Nathaniel's going to be up first. Nathaniel Wilkin. Okay, 29 for Wilkin.
Looks like that one's going to be an arrow call. It looks close from where we're sitting, but... So maybe if you're watching, if you want to comment where you are watching from, that might be neat to see where everyone's tuning in from all over the world.
So Hazelbush with the 29. So these boys are still going. So the women at a 30 this end, young adult men with 29s. Because they both had 29s, they get to continue on. So, wow.
So again, this will be their third round.
Third end, yeah. Official scoring. Linda didn't like that shot, and it hit. I guess that's all that matters at this point. It was a good one. I shoot with Linda a lot, and I don't ever see her that serious, so it's kind of cool for me. I think Sarah always has a serious look on her face, like when she's competing. She always looks very determined, but you can see it in Linda's eyes. She wants this really bad.
And I think a lot of that is just being focused. Like you said, maybe they probably have tunnel vision and they're just focused on one thing, and that's hitting the middle.
Yeah.
And they're not paying any attention to the crowd or the cameras or these lights that are probably shining in their eyes.
Yeah, thinking about that stuff, it's just too much. And so from past experience, you just have to take it 1 arrow at a time. That's all you can focus on, not the next one, not the one before.
Right.
It's too much weight. It's too much to think about. So when you hit that line, it's exactly what you're doing that minute with that arrow. And if they can do that, and they are clearly, you know, they'll get through it pretty smooth.
And so really what that tells us is that their mental prep coming into an event like this.
It's years in the making. It's not even just prep. It's
an experience and everything they've taken from being in these situations before, and bring it all here and just do what they know how to do, which is
hit the middle. All right, good one from Sarah Lopez. Linda
Wilkin looks good.
I'm gonna say Linda's is good. Hazelbush has one just high.
Yeah, that one's out, I think.
Okay, and another good one from Wilkin. So
Sarah Lopez just dropped one low.
Yeah, she did.
And
so
Linda
drop one high, or shot one high.
So it'll be this arrow.
All right. Well, Linda's first one's questionable too.
Oh yeah, it is.
So technically, if Sarah hits this one, she could have it already. It's going to come down to that arrow call.
She did. I think Linda's might be out. Again, it's really tough from our angle to see what's going on.
I can't tell. I was thinking Linda's first one might be good, but there's no way to know. Looking at the young adult men, I think Hazelbush, Wilkin
they
might
look
have just
good.
taken this because
Yeah.
Hazelbush has that one high one.
Oh, I think Linda.
Yep, Linda
yeah.
has another high one.
So I think
probably.
Sarah will take it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Sarah.
Again, we just can't quite see good enough to call for sure from our
No.
angle, but that's what it looks like.
Yep, so you
Wow.
can see everyone stopping at the halfway point, trying to get a better look, trying to call their arrows and figure out what's going to happen so they don't have to wait the next agonizing 2 minutes to know.
You know what's really cool and impressive is that nobody out there shot a Vegas 9. If we were scoring the Big 10,
Yeah.
they all hit it every time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
on
that's
this
really
stage
impressive.
in front of all these people.
I know. No, it is. It's really neat.
Lopez, 29.
Okay, so Sarah Lopez, wait, which one did she miss? With a 29?
Just-
Oh, yeah, we knew
yeah.
she missed one. Okay.
Yep, she just dropped one.
Yep, you can
low.
see Linda and Sarah talking now.
I
That was
think-
definitely
I
Linda
think-
saying that's what her pin was doing.
It's just she's just talking about the movement she's seeing in her sight picture, and that's what happens when your body reacts to being a little bit nervous.
I'm going to go ahead and guess the shoot-off's resolved because you instantly
See the
see
relief.
yeah, you can see them both, again, smiling. You can see them take a breath.
And
Yep, Linda with a 27.
of
so
course she's going to be disappointed, and Sarah's going to be pumped. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, they're relieved, and they're going to take
And-
what they can from this experience. And
yeah, you just saw a big wave to the crowd from both of them. I'm proud of them both. That's awesome. So Sarah finished with a 29, Linda with a 27. And there you have it. So
awesome job
Yeah.
from the ladies. They shot great.
that's awesome. So now we're moving on to the young adult championship compound men. Yep. All right. Wilkin with a 30.
And
You can see the smile
that's
on
going
his
to be
face
enough.
there.
Yeah, he's happy.
And we'll wait for the official call, but should be Hazelbush with a 29.
And Hazelbush, 29.
Yep, Hazelbush with the 29. So with that, Wilkin will be our third place finisher and Hazelbush will be fourth, so just off the podium. It's a really, really hard position to be in when you're out there and you just went through all of this and then
To
not
not make
land
the
on the podium.
Mhm.
Like, my heart breaks for him right now.
Paige Pearce taking first, Sarah Lopez taking second, and Linda Ochoa-Anderson taking third. Congratulations, everyone.
Alrighty. So they're clearing the field. We're getting ready.
Probably
And
just gonna-
it's going to be not too long till we hit the big show.
So we have coming up the Championship Open.
We should
Shootout.
still have Recurve female in there
Oh, I
somewhere.
missed that.
Oh, yep, they're in the staging area right
Okay.
now. So
Who we got?
they're running them separate. Ooh, okay, so we have, this is for first through third. So this is a crazy shoot-off. All the archers are going to be on the podium, but they're out there fighting for the win. So I think that's
Awesome.
going to increase the pressure. All the ones that we just saw out there right now, we're all fighting for second. So this one's one where they're actually fighting for the win on the big stage. That's going to be impressive. So first out, we're going to have Michelle Kroppen.
Germany.
Yep. And then second is going to be Aida Roman from Mexico. And third,
Alina Richter from Germany as well.
yep. So two people from Germany out there. And then Aida is no stranger to the finals venue. If I remember correctly, she's actually an Olympic silver medalist
Yes.
from Mexico. I've had the pleasure of getting to know her, and what a great girl. She's awesome.
Got the University of Las Vegas cheerleading team is going to give our archers a welcome as they walk out and take a look at the crowd here. So right as you come out of the booth, first thing you see after the cameras are all the fans. Here they come.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but man, Aida just has a swagger about
She
her.
does. She is confident and ready to rock.
You can see it. Like the other girls look like most of us walking out there, and man, Aida just looks at home. So, for those of you guys that are on here and may not know the difference, what you were just watching was compound. We're now about to watch recurve archers, which, if you ask me, is a whole lot harder. They've got no cams,
No let off.
no let off, no peep sight, no release. Yeah, so when watching them is just so incredibly impressive because what they do is so difficult. I used to say that compound was equally as difficult because, you know, while our equipment was better, we had to shoot better scores and had to be, you know, more precise. But if you watch some of the matches now with the recurves, they are equally as good as the compound shooters.
Exactly. Take Brady Ellison, for example, this
Yes.
weekend. Shoots a 900, and that is on the same target as all the compound shooters
Yeah.
shot this weekend. So when you see the compound 900s from all the guys that are coming up in the shoot-off, Brady shot a 900 on the same target, except with an Olympic recurve.
Yeah. Wow. That's going to make a lot of people feel bad about themselves this weekend. Yeah, man, that's impressive. So these three women are obviously all very strong recurve shooters, or they're not going to be out here. So this is going to be a really good show. So
One end of practice,
Yeah.
so that will give them a chance to kind of feel out the venue and the lighting, and maybe adjust their sights if they need to, and get ready to
So,
rock.
My question is, because I don't know the answer, obviously the first end is going to be Big Ten scoring, but then do the recurves drop to the Baby X as well, just like compound after that? I mean, that's
don't know.
Vegas rules. They must. You just don't often see a recurve shoot
I
off.
guess we'll wait and see what Bruce has to say.
I was trying to listen because I was hoping they were going to tell us. All right, so this is just a practice end. They're just getting warmed up and getting comfortable out there in the finals venue.
And again, we're not positive about how the team selections work for each country, but if you're an Olympic recurve archer, there's a good chance that you're, you know, either training for or trying to make a team for the games this year.
And it's the Olympic Games are this year, so I guarantee you all of these women have been working so hard to get there.
Mm-hmm. And although it's fairly different shooting indoor versus outdoor with the distance and the elements, this is great training to be under this type of pressure here in Vegas.
Oh yeah. I don't think you can get better pressure than shooting
This.
or better practice than shooting in competitions. And I know sometimes some of the recurve archers kind of frown upon shooting indoor on a year like this. They're like, no, keep shooting outdoor and practicing for the games. But I think, like, look at what they're doing right now. I think this is such good practice. All right, so what's interesting is initially they all impacted in a different spot. We had one high, one left. I think the other one was just low. So
And you'll see these women clicking their sights, and they're just adjusting. Sometimes when the lighting changes, you need to click your sight a few here and there.
And the recurves as well, because they don't have a peep sight, to my understanding, they're lining a part of their string up with a part of their bow. And so, with a part of their riser, basically, on their bow, I think.
Okay.
I'm
I
no
don't know
recurve
that
expert.
answer.
But, depending on where the lighting is coming in,
Right.
it'll completely change. It might, to your eye, appear that the string is lined up in the same spot, but it may not be. So, lighting left, right, high, all this, the difference from where they just came from. For the recurves, I think it's even more critical than it is for us because of that, string alignment for them.
And the difference, too, is when they are, let's say a quarter of an inch, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal. If something is even an eighth of an inch off, that their impact is going to be affected so much more. Whereas a compound, you can get away with quite a bit more.
Yes.
So it's very critical that everything is exactly the same shot to shot.
All right, so that was their first practice end, and now we are going into the first end of official scoring. The men are going to start right after this match finishes. I'm just scrolling through the questions right now. All right, they're taking bets right now on who they think is going to win the men's division. You guys are one division ahead of us. Who do you think is going to take this Recurve female championship final? Give us some comments. Keep us posted. Here we go.
So here they go, first scoring in. They're shooting for the Big 10, which is the normal Vegas 10.
They're also all shooting. Ooh, good one right there from Croppin? I don't want to butcher
Michelle,
that, but
yeah. Alina with an X. Dang.
yeah, nice shot.
Aida
with a 10.
Yeah.
All right, that all scores the same this end. So
These ladies came to play.
yeah, they did.
So if you're just joining us now, this is the Championship Recurve Female Division, and these are the top 3, so the winner will be determined here.
Yeah. So, I mean, some people would say, okay, maybe there's less pressure because all 3 of them make the podium, but the amount of pressure knowing the win is on the line, like everyone loves to take second, third, and fourth. Fourth is a struggle, but
They all came here for one reason, and
Yeah.
that was to win.
Yep. So they are feeling all the pressure right now, fighting for that first place spot.
Yeah, I don't think there's any of these women who are saying, you know, I'm happy to be here that I just got on the podium. They're shooting to win right now, and it shows.
So Alina, looks like she's actually dropped one into the 9
And
range.
Michelle is clean. She's
Yep.
hit 310s for sure.
Yep, Michelle is good. And we're waiting on Aida's third
She's
arrow
taking
right
her
now.
time here, getting focused. She knows she needs to hit this. Alina at full draw as well.
Alina, that's going to be a close one. I would think it's there, though. Aida, still at full draw. Oh, no. Low 9 from Aida. Just hanging the night ring. So, whoa, we have a winner. Unofficially. Unofficially right now, Michelle
Yes.
has a 30.
Yep.
Wow. So we need to wait and see, you know, what the judges call and everything. But
Then depending on one
Yep,
arrow
they're
call,
hugging her.
we may have a tie for second place. So
in which case, yeah, they may keep going.
so
they
we
would keep
know
going.
that Michelle is our winner.
Yeah, Michelle's definitely the winner.
Impressive.
You can see the relief on her face now, too.
Mm-hmm. We saw Aida kind of having a laugh. She knows, you know, she knows exactly what she did there, and
Yep.
at that point, there's nothing you can do but just
No. They
move
know what a
on.
good shot is, and you
Mhm.
know what it feels like. And so, trust me, she'll be beating herself up later about
Mhm.
shooting one she's not happy with, but at least she knows why it was there. Oh, you can see the emotion there from Michelle. I love it. Yep, Aida Roman with the 29.
So Paige, you would know firsthand. What's Michelle feeling right now? She just won. It's all just starting to hit her. I mean, she's
Yeah, you can
look
see it.
taking a sigh. It's relief. It's
I
overwhelming.
keep saying relief, and people keep saying excitement, like trying to correct me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I really think relief is the right word. There's so much buildup.
and
Richter with the 29. So Aida and
Alina I think it
Alina
is.
are going to continue shooting, fighting for that second place spot. And Michelle Croppin is our champion.
She's giving a wave to the crowd. I'm sure she's absolutely thrilled. That was great shooting.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Vice champion 2012, or will it be Elena Richter, European champion from Germany?
All right. So we have another end to go. to figure out who's going to be second and third. We have our champion. I think this is going to be a hard end for those girls because while now, okay, their focus has to change to fight for second.
Right.
We already said they both came out here to get that big W. And so they just had, you know, the letdown of that. And then now they have to turn around and refocus and be ready to try and fight for that second place spot. That's a tough position to be in.
So if you know, you just join in and you've missed it, we are brought to you tonight by Gas Bowstrings, and this is the championship recurve female shoot-off. Michelle Cropin just took the win, and now these two ladies are shooting off for second and third place.
Yep. And this coverage is brought to you by Gas Bowstrings. I'd like to thank them for their support of this coverage.
So this is scoring outer 10 again, we think. The Vegas 10, right, Paige?
I guess this is normal Vegas, so I'm going to go with Baby X. I think they should. Yeah.
If someone knows that, will you clarify?
Someone help us.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. We're getting a ton of votes on the compound men right now.
They're both at full draw.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, so
Aida is a tall 9.
It is. They're both 9s because X is the 10 now.
It is, okay.
We just got
Confirmed.
confirmation. Okay, so
the outside Vegas 10 now becomes irrelevant.
Yep, it's like it's not even there. So it's either X or the rest of the yellow counts as a 9. So currently, both archers are tied with a 9. Another 9. Well, yeah.
Another 9.
Another 9 from both.
Yep. Mind you, both of those would have been Vegas 10s.
I guarantee you they're both standing there going, all right.
Come on.
If I just get one arrow to hit that X ring, I got this. All right, Aida's up and ready to go. Another 9 from Aida.
All right, Elena about to go to full draw. You can see a little quiver there.
I think that's just another 9.
So we will have a tie.
So one thing with recurves that you'll notice if you watch them closely on the screen is they all have that little bit of quiver, but it's because they don't have that let off and they're holding so much holding weight back at full draw that their body tends to quiver. But what's interesting is even when you see the quivers, it doesn't change their impact as much because they have the holding weight behind it.
Yeah, it just means physically that they have to use a lot more, you know,
strength
muscle and force to just keep their bow at full draw. Whereas with a compound, once you get to full draw, generally I would say archers are holding anywhere from 12 to 22 pounds at the very highest end. Here, they're holding up to 40, 50.
Yeah,
I don't really know that, but
no. Brady only shoots. What's he shoot? 48, I think. So the girls are probably somewhere in low 40s, high 30s, if I had to guess.
So really, it's double, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
of what the average compound shooter's holding.
Even if we just butchered that, they're still holding a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You get the gist.
What we're trying to say is they're working a lot harder physically just to hold their bow at full draw.
All right, so we have confirmed 27s for both archers out there. So we're going to go again until we have a winner fighting for that second place position here in the championship recurve female division.
And with them shooting at the small 10, it's tough. This is a tough game. So all weekend they shot for the big 10, which is normal Vegas scoring, and now in the shoot-off they've gone to the X.
Yes.
If you don't hit the X...
So this is, I think, pretty much the only venue other than probably Lancaster that recurves have to score the baby X as the 10. So this is new to them. This isn't something that they practice often because in World Archery, they have the big 10 while compound scores the baby 10. So, you know, for them, they're used to having to fight for the normal Vegas 10, and this just got a whole lot more challenging for them than what they're used to. Makes it tough. All right,
here we go.
Here we go again. And 9 for Maida.
Man, these ladies are shooting so well. They're hitting Vegas 10s, but unfortunately, at this moment, that's not quite enough.
I know.
They're thinking extra middle now.
And Aida's just up and going, and Richter's just hanging out.
Hi,
She's
Shelly on the
taking her
live
time.
feed. See you in a bit.
Ooh.
Just off the X.
Oh, man.
So close.
That was so close. So a 9 from
These
her as
ladies
well.
are shooting so well. Aida at full draw.
Ooh.
So
we
we're
can't see from there. Okay, she shook her head yes.
Yes, she's got
Whoever
one.
is spotting for Aida is saying yes, that arrow's in.
Caught the bottom of the
Ooh.
X.
All right.
Should be happy with that.
Yes, she should. All right. Oh, my gosh, that's so close again. Another
Just
9
off.
from Richter, but such a good shot. So if Aida hits this one, it might seal the
for
deal.
sure.
Okay, 9 from Aida. Vegas 10, but current scoring 9. So now we just have to wait and see.
So Elena needs to hit this
Yeah,
to tie.
what it appears, assuming Aida's is in, which
We think it is. So we think 10 to tie.
she said 2. Oh, nope, that will be a 9.
So as long as
Yep, so
Aida's arrow is in, which we think it is, we should have a second place.
yep, they're
winner
they're
here.
unofficially calling Aida the winner.
The girls are smiling, so
I'm going to guess it's done. This is such an interesting thing, but you can see the stress on their face, and then, you know, here we are guessing, is it resolved, is it not? But just by their body language and the look on their face, you can pretty much see just the wave of pressure fall off. And what's interesting is win or lose, both archers have been scoring or smiling, you know, every time. It's like that relief that they feel and that flood of emotion is good or bad. You can see it all over
they're
their
having
faces.
a chat there, you know. And the nice part about competing at this level is they all know and understand what it takes to get there and to shoot well in that moment, and they both shot fantastic. So
Well, and I mean, at this level, you have so much respect for the competitors standing out there next to you, because you know
what
they
it takes.
they just did the same thing that you did throughout the entire weekend, and here
Right.
you are still going toe to toe. So, Aida did get that 10. So she has a 28 officially. We're waiting to hear. Yep. Elena Richter
So it's
with
been
the
decided.
27. So basically we have our complete podium now for the championship recurve female. So Michelle Cropin is our champion. Aida Roman is going to be second, and Elena Richter is going to be our third place finisher in this year's 2020 Vegas shoot.
So much respect for these women.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's a difficult task.
Yes, it is. So, can anybody guess what's next? Because it's about to get real. We have the Championship Compound Open Division up next. We have 23 competitors out there, 22 with a clean 900 for the weekend, and then our lucky dog is in there as well.
So if you don't know how the lucky dog works, obviously a perfect score is a 900, but there's a lot of shooters who would only drop 1 point throughout the weekend. So they scored an 899.
Yep.
Then they took all those archers who shot an 899 and put them on the line, and they battled it out, shooting inside out X's until
Yes.
there was a winner.
Yes.
So
last man standing.
the
And our
lucky
lucky dog
dog-
this year is Glenn Boardwell. And they went a lot of rounds out there. I watched Lucky Dog shoot off today, and it was pretty impressive. So I guarantee you Glenn's just so stoked to be there. You know, you have that feeling in Vegas when you miss that point. It's like, oh, I'm done. So for the one person that has the hope that they get to come back out here and play,
And I
it's
think
pretty cool.
when you get to the lucky dog, you know that anyone standing on that line is capable
It is
of
literally
hitting the middle.
It fits the name, the Lucky Dog, because let me tell you, that style shoot off is luck.
Right, and so
All
at that
right.
point, I think you're just counting your blessings and
Yeah.
you're happy to be here in the shoot-off and give it your all.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, there has been 2 lucky dog
That have
winners
won.
now.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
So these guys will be shooting for $54,000 tonight.
And that's actually just from the Vegas tournament. There is a lot more money on the line than that. I just want to put that out there.
If you add in all their contingency and everything, I bet cumulative they're looking at closer to
Depends on your company, but upwards of $100,000.
right. So it's kind of a big deal.
What a great video right there. Wow. I kind of was speechless for a minute watching. That's awesome.
All right.
Here
the
we go.
ladies are going to welcome in our 23 compound open shooters. So
Okay,
all
this
of
is-
these guys.
This is going to be quick. So we're going to do our best to announce all of these guys as they're coming through and keep up.
We've got 5 previous Vegas champions, including Christopher Perkins from Canada.
You've had the pleasure of shooting with Chris a lot quite up in Canada, right? And, man, he's just a powerhouse.
And I think this is be his 5th time in this shoot-off, so he's no stranger to this stage.
No, and he's now a previous Vegas winner. And he was the lucky dog then.
He was.
Jesse Broadwater, previous Vegas winner.
Another
legend.
guy who's been here a time or two.
Yeah, he knows the drill.
He's
Jesse
ready to rock.
is just competitive in every aspect of archery, indoor, target, field, you name it. Jesse's good at
And when
it.
we talked about the guys who've been in the game forever, he's one of them.
Yes, he is. All right, now we have Kyle Douglas. He's just a great guy, and to see him come up and do this year is just awesome, and I can't wait to see how he performs. He shot in Lancaster last
He
week.
shot
and
well
killed it.
there, and it seems like he's getting better and better.
Lewis Price coming out right now, and I love Louis. He's such a strong shooter, and he just came out like a powerhouse this year at Outdoor Nationals and dominated. And man, ever since, he's just been carrying that confidence.
Mr. Perfect, we know this guy.
Yep, here comes Mikey.
What can we say about Mike other than
he won last night, and he lived up to his name. Mr. Perfect shot a clean 150 out there last night against Stefan. So
he'll be ready to
yes,
rock.
he is. All right, next up is Richard Bowen.
He was here last year in this shoot-off.
I think we've probably seen him out here a couple times.
Yeah, I mean,
Strong indoor shooter. Shoots mainly 3D, right? Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm going to go with a yes.
I'm sorry.
All right, Chance, 3-time Vegas winner.
I heard a rumor that this was his 15th time shooting a 900 here. That's
I wouldn't
really
even question that
hard to
number if someone
comprehend.
threw it out. He is, in my opinion, the steadiest aimer holder of any archer out there, and I think he's one to watch tonight. Ooh, Justin Hanna's up next. He was our 10K winner this weekend.
He
First
was.
one ever.
Yep, which means you had to shoot an inside-out X more than once. I think he had to
Yeah.
shoot 2 of them to win that $10,000, and that's just a nice bonus for his weekend.
Yep, no, he's been doing awesome. Up next, Michael Holbert Jr. This, I think, is my first time seeing him out here. So,
Yeah,
let's see what he's got. That's going to be exciting. Good for him.
I'm sure he's thrilled to be out there.
Oh, yeah.
A fan favorite, Jacob Marlowe. He's trimmed up the mullet and he's ready to go.
Yeah. I wish they'd put a mic up there. That way he could make some jokes while they're shooting off.
He could entertain us. An all-around great guy, Dan McCarthy.
Yeah. He's an all-around great person, great
So
shooter,
nice.
and so knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, he's the real deal.
Not his first rodeo either.
No. He seemed really confident earlier today.
Jacob Pettit, talk about a young guy that has got game
Yeah, I mean, he's just come out and continuously shown,
the last couple years.
yeah, that he can be with these top men. It's not just be with them; he's one of them now.
Right, it wasn't a flash in the pan. He's
All right.
got it.
From our live feed, I'm seeing right now Levi's probably the fan favorite vote. There's been a
Okay.
lot of talk about that.
Levi's hoping to get this one on his resume. So
Levi's never won this event, and let me tell you, he wants it bad. So I think that's added pressure. Next out,
Lee Gibbs.
Okay. Lee Gibbs. I'm going to guess this is his first time out here.
Sure.
Travis Tracy.
Okay, Travis Tracy, primarily a 3D guy. This is his first time in Vegas, and actually he had never been on an airplane before coming to this shoot.
Oh, my goodness.
I know it.
Good for him. Dane Johnson. Oh,
this boy's got game.
he really does. I've shot with him at Junior World Championships back in the day, and he was good back then. And to watch him grow spin.
He's good in 3D.
Incredible. Previous Vegas winner, Sergio Pagni.
Well, two-time Vegas champion,
Yes.
including last year.
He won it as the lucky dog.
And then he won it
outright last year.
Yes.
John Pizarro. I've actually had the pleasure of shooting with John since we were young kids. He's from Puerto Rico, currently dating Sarah Lopez, so pretty cool. They're both out there in the final tonight.
Powerhouse archery couple.
He's just a great guy, great family, and I think he's running Puerto Rico's archery organization right now, which is pretty cool.
Jeremiah Starks.
Yep. Another just all-around great guy. Miko Jutlianen? We butchered it. We tried. He's just going to be Miko. He's no stranger to this either.
No.
I've seen him around on some of the world circuit stuff, and he's a good shot.
Oh,
Shane
another
Wills.
all-around great guy. We all love him, Shane Wills.
It's good to see him back
One of the
out here.
nicest guys ever, and one of the greatest shooters. And he kind of flies under the radar,
He
but he's
does, but-
always in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good to see him back up here. This is
First
going to be
time
interesting.
here, James
Next
Ball.
out, James Ball.
I was talking to him on the practice range. First
Okay.
time here, just pounded out a 900 and said he's ready to rock. So
All right. Good
our
for
lucky
him.
dog, no stranger to the ASA game, and he's been in this shoot-off before. Glenn Boardwell, young guy, really nice guy as well.
He rocked it in the lucky dog today. I
yeah.
mean, he earned his spot up here. So
And I think he loves being in this situation. I don't know if he would tell you that, but I'm pretty sure he does because he's pulled off some pretty cool stuff in ASA
Yeah.
shoot-offs.
Okay, real quick before they start going, I want to know, give it to us now, who do you think is going to win this shoot-off?
Yes.
And two things. The next one is, what do you think about the lucky dog women? You guys like the lucky dog? Do you not like the lucky dog? What are your thoughts?
Yes, so
We
we do
wanna
not
know.
encourage gambling, but place your bets. We are in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas?
Hope that doesn't get me arrested. Okay. So, of course, these men will have a practice end. They are just now giving the crowd a look at who's
All right, we
everyone's
got a
cheering
ton
for
of
the
votes
favor.
coming in right now.
Okay.
Give them a hand. Wow.
So everyone's just recognizing really the work that it takes in this division, in every division, to shoot a 900, to
get there.
get here, and now the work's only just started because there's 23 of them.
Yeah.
That means that 20 of these guys,
They busted butt, shot a 900, and could literally take 23rd, 20 or 22nd. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, that's tough.
It used to be you made it to the shoot-off and you were like, yeah, okay, I'm near the top, and now
There are so many people commenting their picking their winners here.
and
Oh, this
actually
is-
it's been a pretty
it's a good mix.
yeah, like a lot of different people.
So as they go up there to hang their targets, these gentlemen on this line as a collective have accomplished so much in archery. When you
Yeah.
take archers like
If you take all
Jesse.
the years experience they have and combine that and their knowledge
like
and wins
you take
together.
Mikey and Jesse and Chance and Levi and Chris, and there's so many of them, and as a whole they have pretty much won everything that there is to win.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
5 of them have won this tournament at least once before.
Or
Um,
or more.
Seven.
So one thing that's interesting, I don't think any of the men have ever won this tournament more than 3 times.
and
And-
that is
Well, there's a few. I think
Okay.
Rio, Chance, I think another one. But the only one
Sure.
that's out there right now, I'm going to guess, is Chance. So if Chance wins tonight, he could be setting a new record of a 4-time Vegas champion.
okay.
I think Erica Jones has also won it 3 times in the women's division. But yeah, in the men's, I think I'm
Well,
missing one.
I know that Mike's at 2,
2.
isn't he? And Jesse's at 2. No?
Someone help us
I know
out.
we need some
I
stats
guarantee
here.
you the fans know this stuff.
I know it.
A lot of
all
people
the
are
votes
voting
are
Levi
coming in.
here tonight.
So
and-
we all,
oh.
I think it's no secret that Levi wants to win this shoot more than anything in the world. I think if
He's
you
pretty much won every shoot he's ever shot, but
and mostly
Vegas.
3D. He has won some indoor stuff and,
Yeah.
and whatnot, and we know he can shoot. But if you asked him on any given day if you could win one more tournament, what would it be? He'd say Vegas.
Oh,
every
100%.
time.
And he was so close. He ended up finishing second a couple years ago. And, man, I know how bad he wanted
Oh.
it then. So every time he's back out here with a 900 and has a chance, I think there's added pressure on him, but not from the fans, not from
Oh.
anyone in the stands. It's he puts that on himself.
Right. And as do all these archers
yeah,
at this
they
level.
do.
So let's just talk about what it takes to get here. First off, since we all know how difficult it is to shoot a 900 here, but now it's like a whole separate event with
Yeah.
23 people.
It's
here.
like, hey, you just qualified
really.
all for 3 days, and
Yeah.
now the top 23 of you are going to go toe-to-toe out here in front of this crowd.
Well, Paige, would you say this is the hardest tournament to win?
I think so.
Obviously, technically, there are no real technical difficulties in terms of hills or angles, obviously. But
I think it's harder to win because of the depth of
the
skill.
field.
Like, it takes a special person to be good at judging or good at shooting angles, but anyone and everyone can be good at indoor, and I
Right.
think that's what makes the indoor game so challenging. Maybe people don't have the ability to practice long range, but everyone
Right.
could find somewhere to shoot 20 yards.
Right.
So I think the depth of indoor shooters overall throughout the entire industry is deeper, possibly, than the outdoor game in a way.
It's worldwide.
Yeah. No, it
know.
is. I mean, look at all the different people that we have out here from so many different countries.
Different countries, different companies, and really different styles of shooting. Like, a lot of these guys are primarily either 3D or indoor, or there's a couple pretty heavy field shooters out there. Like, so these guys can shoot, and it becomes really a matter of who can manage the pressure and execute properly.
Yeah. I think under pressure, that's the hardest thing, is
Oh,
continuing to execute.
absolutely.
So this is a practice end. Just so you guys are aware, this is not a scoring end. They get their one into practice, and then we're going to head right into it.
So if you're just tuning in, I'm Erin, and I'm accompanied by Paige Pearce, who won the Women's Championship Division earlier this afternoon. So congrats, Paige.
Thank you.
And this is the big finale that we've all been waiting for.
2020 Vegas Shoot finals are happening live right now.
And this is the Men's Championship Division. So
This
they
is-
just shot their first practice end, and the next end will be official scoring, and off we go.
There's 23 men out here that have shot a 900 this weekend. 22 that shot a 900 and a lucky dog. So 23 total.
Right. We've got
And-
Glenn Bordwell was the lucky dog.
Yep. And it's going to be a showdown. I think this one's going to go quite a few ends. Sometimes it's like, oh, first end, it's resolved. I don't see that happening out of this group of guys.
Especially with the Big Ten. So first end, it's the big normal Vegas 10. These guys just hit it 90 times
Yeah.
in a row.
I think
Oh,
I
that's-
feel more pressure on the Big Ten end than the Little 10 because when you just hit it 90 times, you don't want to be the guy that goes out there and misses the first end on Big Ten.
That is sad.
That was harsh. I'm sorry, but it's
Yeah.
true. Nobody wants to be that person.
Sorry in advance if anyone does that. Let's hope they all hit it here.
I
We know
hope
they're
so.
capable. So.
And they know they're capable.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, at this time, I will present you with the rules for the shootoff. Please play close attention. You have had your practice end, so this
Wow, it's getting real.
It is getting real, and these guys, they know that they need to get through this first end, and they know after that it's going to baby 10 scoring. So
Someone just asked if I'm going to shoot with the boys next year. I'm definitely not. That was like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Until I can competitively, repeatedly shoot 900s, there's no way I'm going to go play with these guys.
Paige, off topic. Before you shot a 900 this year, how many 300s had you shot in Vegas in years previous?
I think I've only shot in like 10 years' time, maybe 2 300s.
And then to come and do it 3 in a row.
Yeah, I've never done it. At most, I've had 1 300 in a year.
Right.
Like never 2 days of 300s. So
That's difficult.
yeah, that blew my mind.
Okay, first
Here we go.
end.
All right.
Wow, the crowd is...
Okay, so there's way too many of them to tell you who hits it. So again, if we see anybody miss, we will inform you the best we can. And they have name tags up, which is great.
So if you don't hear anything from us, you can just assume they hit the 10.
There's a couple that are, I mean, they're all solid so far, but that are just hanging. I'm stressed for them.
Everyone's looking pretty solid.
They are. Wow, there's so many. It takes so long to pan back and forth through the targets.
Bowen might have a close one. We're not at a great angle. I can't quite tell. There's actually some pretty rowdy fans that are making some noise.
I think Richards is good. If I had to guess, I would think so. Holbert has a low one there. Should be good, but definitely not what he's wanting.
So again, this is our first scoring end of the Championship Open division. And they're aiming for the, well, they need to hit the Big Ten to survive.
Yes. From what I can see, I think everybody
That's some good shooting.
is still in. That's good. Now I don't feel guilty about saying what I said earlier.
If someone misses it.
Yeah, if someone misses it really sucks. All right, so all the archers now just have to line up and wait while the judges all call the arrows.
And you'll see them moving back, and that's just to keep these archers from kind of, being too close, and it just allows the judges
people
to
talking,
do their thing and speed this up a little bit, because after all, we got 23 shooters out there.
Perkins with a 30.
Yep. So we're just going to go down the line. We think they're all 30s, but we'll wait for the official call here.
There's a few close ones, but I think they're good. You can see some of the guys out there joking, laughing with one another. It's not really something you've seen from the other divisions yet.
Yeah, I think it's a little different when there's this many of them, and they,
with a 30.
They all know that there can be only one winner.
Yeah.
So who's it going to be?
I know, and a lot of them have been in the shoot-off enough times, too, that, again, they respect everybody out there. They know what they need to do.
A lot of these guys are shooting extra middle by the looks of it, so they're ready. They're ready.
A solid target right there. Kyle Douglas up next. Awesome, good for him. I would say he's not new to the big game, but he's newer than some of these guys. Yeah, he's young. He's up and coming. He shoots with Gillingham a lot, and I know Tim's taught him a thing or two. And man, that kid can shoot. Lewis Price. His whole family is just great people. I've been lucky enough to work with his dad a few times at a few youth camps for the NFAA, actually, and just a great person. Got to know Louis more and more this last year, and he just has great positivity when it comes to archery, and man, he appreciates everything. So I'm really, really happy to see him out here in this final. Mr. Perfect, Mikey, in there with a 30. Not very surprised. Looking at Richard's target. He's got one edgy one over there, but I think yep, it's good.
He got it. So I think that was the closest one that I could see, and it's in. So as far as we can see, everybody should be in.
I may or may not have just yawned. I'm sorry.
Come on, Paige, wake up. I can't imagine why your adrenals would be shot.
All right, Chance up now, looking really solid. He's got a good target right there.
So these guys are kind of chatting and laughing and having a joke, and I think that's breaking the sort of the tension. And
Chance looks so relaxed out there. Granted, I think he's been in that shoot-off probably more than anybody out there.
I heard one of his competitors say that he's just
look at him. Look at everyone on the line and just look at Chance.
That his heart rate doesn't even elevate.
Yeah, I think one time he was shooting I think I've heard this from Tate, too, that he looked at his Apple Watch and his heart
Mhm.
rate was like 56 or something crazy the whole shoot-off.
Justin Hanna, he kind of is another one that flies under the radar and shoots so well. Like, it was no surprise to me that he won the 10K
Oh, not at
the
all.
other night.
Holbert with a 30. Man, I wish we knew more about
I know.
him.
Can someone tell us more about him?
Yeah, please, somebody give us some info.
You see the guys having a chat there. Marlo, he looks like he's just waiting for this to kind of get going.
Yep, he does.
I wish we could ask him some questions.
I do, too.
Dan McCarthy, I guarantee you he's analyzing something right now.
Oh, I know.
That's how his mind works,
I
and
feel
it's
like
fascinating.
it's impressive because a lot of the times if you're a really, really analytical person, indoor is difficult.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Because thinking isn't the best thing here. And so Danny's such a strong indoor shooter, but
And
so
the
smart, so analytical. So I think it's really neat to see that.
the mental control that it takes to keep your thoughts going down the right path,
Mhm.
you know?
This is a very, very broad generalization, but we've always said type A is pretty good for outdoor and type B is pretty solid for indoor. Doesn't
Right.
mean people don't cross over,
No.
obviously, but if you had to pick, that would be a pretty solid bet. That was Jacob Pettit, right? Yeah, Jacob with a 30. Levi looking really serious out there. He's got a couple wide ones, but 30, he's hanging in.
I think people find it entertaining to listen to, you know, people like Levi or whomever when they talk about how nervous they get. And, you know, they're thinking, seriously, these guys still get nervous?
Oh,
And
I
they-
watched Levi last year
Oh.
to shoot his 900. He actually stopped, picked his right leg up, and shook it. Shook it out.
Shook the shakes out.
Yeah, put it down, and shot his arrow in the middle.
Lee Gibbs,
Lee
another
Gibbs.
guy, I wish we knew a little bit more about him.
Got a 30. He's through. I know he's got a fan club out there. I can hear him cheering.
Who's a good old country boy? Oh, Justin.
Some of these comments are
Oh,
really
here we go.
entertaining, guys.
I don't know who this.
Holbert won Vegas as amateur last year. First year pro. Dang, first year pro, and he's out there with a 900. Good for him.
What if you're a type AB personality? Well, then you get the best of
Yeah,
both
you
worlds,
get to do
I
both.
guess.
Guys, I'm not saying, like, obviously there's really good type A and type B that cross over. I'm just saying in general, that's a pretty
And I think
accepted
I
thing.
think if you have a busy mind and someone who thinks a lot all the time, it's just going to be just a little bit more challenging to get your mental game under control indoors.
Yeah. So far, Lee Gibbs had a 30, Travis Tracy had a 30, Dane Johnson had a 30, and Sergio Pogni has a 30.
Everybody's good so far.
Yep.
Pizarro 30. Everybody, yeah, we think everyone's clean. So that's a pretty impressive start for the guys.
That really
That
is.
doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't.
Although that's the Big Ten, it's not easy out here. Type O personality.
Jeremiah Starks with a 30 as well. Okay, Lee Gibbs is a Wisconsin boy that's been shooting for years. Okay, give us some more background on him. What does he shoot most? Does he shoot a lot of indoor? If he lives in Wisconsin, it's usually pretty cold, so I would guess yes. 3D,
Yeah.
What's his game? What's he do? Fill us in.
No, obviously everyone up there wants it really bad, but Levi has publicly expressed how bad he wants this.
I know
and
how
it's
bad he
entertaining
wants it.
to watch because we're, you know.
That's so mean, but so true.
Oh no, not
Shane,
mean.
Shane with a 30. No, it is entertaining. It's just... Oh, here we go. There's another one. Ball with a 30. And last but not least, our lucky dog. Last one up, and then we're going to go back for another end.
So they're getting through this as quick as possible, and then these guys know that they're going back. So, Paige, if you're one of these guys on the line, you know that you need to go back there and shoot all X's to have a chance.
Yes. Yeah, some people are commenting on the judging. It does take a long time, but here's the thing, guys. There is $100,000 on the line. If somebody makes a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
ooh. So while this may take a while, there's so much money on the line that having 3 judges out there is the only way to ensure that mistakes are not made.
Absolutely, because there can be no errors at this point.
So for the people at home and for the archers out there, I've heard them make multiple jokes like they ice us after every end, which is kind of funny because it kind of is. But I would rather have them take their time and get it right, make sure the arrow calls are correct, than have any archer go out of the shoot-off on a mistake.
Absolutely.
Chance went to spin his arrow and almost dropped it, I'm pretty sure. That was pretty funny. Did you see that?
No, I missed that. There's a lot to watch here. So many people to kind of pay attention to, and if you don't have a favorite, it's probably time to pick one because they're about to shoot at the X. So if you don't hit the X, it's a 9. The Big Ten is no longer in play. Oh, we have a comment here. Indoor is Lee Gibbs' game.
Excellent.
Won
guy.
NFA Nationals, Indoor Nationals years ago, it says. Okay, so we're
wow.
going to tell
Here we go.
you if we see anyone
So here's the
who's
thing.
missed.
We know someone's going to shoot a 30. So pretty much anybody that misses the X is done. Right? We're allowed to assume that?
I'm seeing, like, all good so far.
Yeah.
Broadwater has a maybe for me. We're at a really tough angle.
Where is he?
Levi Morgan is
Jesse should be
out.
good. What?
He
Oh,
missed
yeah.
his first one, so
And I think his
he's
second
not
one.
gonna love that.
That makes me sad for him.
I think
Gibbs is out.
Jeremiah
Gibbs has
Starks.
a big 9, I think.
Jeremiah's out, I believe.
Yep, for sure.
Shane Wills has a really close one.
I would call that one in. If he's shooting 27s, it's not breaking the 10 line. So he should be good. Okay, scanning back again. I think Jesse's was good.
Yeah,
I
he
think
looks
Kyle
good.
Douglas is through.
Perkins is good.
Louis Price just straight railing. Good for him. That makes me so
Mikey
happy.
Has a
Ooh,
close one.
He does. So Mikey, I think, is shooting. No, I know Mikey's shooting 23s.
Bowen's good. Mikey's shooting 23s?
Yeah. He just said they shot better for him. They were really forgiving. So
Ooh.
the rest of these guys can hit the 10 line or break through it a little bit and still
he-
score the X with the 27. But if Mikey even touches that outer 10 line,
Yeah, I
it's
think
pretty
he's
much a
gonna be
tell-all.
out if he is shooting
wow,
23s.
I would be shocked.
It doesn't.
Any other big ones we see standing out?
For sure, Levi Morgan's out,
And
and
Gibbs is out. Tracy's good. Dane Johnson is pounding. He's in. Sergio's solid.
Bordwell's good.
John Pizarro has kind of a close one. His third target 3.
James
Okay,
Ball's
here we
good.
go.
All right, they're gonna
Official.
call him out
Perkins
for
with a
us.
30. Here we go. We'll give you guys the officials as we go. So with that said, Perkins is then the top scorer for sure. Jesse with a 30 as well. His was good. I thought so. It looked solid.
So now how this will work is they just keep shooting at the X until essentially someone misses one. That's a terrible way to put that. I'm sorry
technically
for that.
till a lot of them. All of them will miss at some point.
Right.
That's how
So-
we're finally going to get a winner.
Let's just say it this way. To win this division, you pretty much can't miss an X in this shoot-off. You need to
No.
hit them all. Kyle Douglas,
Kyle
30.
Douglas with a 30. He's got a big fan base out there. That's awesome. No, yeah, they pretty much know there's enough guys out there that someone's going to clean it. So if they have a chance of moving on, they need a 30. Louis Price with a stupid solid 30. Okay, Mike's up next, and it's close. All right, Erin is taking a momentary break, so you're stuck with me for the next couple minutes while they continue scoring. So Mikey's up, and he has a questionable arrow down there. Yes, Mikey's shooting 23s. I've seen a couple questions ask, why would he not shoot 27s? really it's all about forgiveness. And if your 23s shoot tighter than your 27s, sometimes it's more of a hindrance to shoot a bigger diameter arrow that shoots wider groups than to shoot a smaller diameter arrow that continuously groups tighter. Oh, yeah, 29 for Mike. Wow, you heard that reaction from the crowd. Nobody expected that. He just shot out here with his 23s last night in the World Series Indoor Final and didn't miss an X in the final. So I know Mikey's going to be not too happy with himself for dropping one out there. Richard Bowen with a 30. He's moving on. Mikey's one of those guys that he's just such a heavy hitter. I guarantee you some of those guys out there just went, ugh, when Mikey dropped out. He's one that you don't expect to drop out that early. But either way, man, what a weekend for him. All right, Chance is up next. Ooh, am I allowed to start some controversy on here? Someone asked me, when are they going to see me on the ASA range? My answer to that is when they have a women's known pro division. Make it happen. I will be there. Pinky promise. All right, keep the questions coming, guys. Oh, Chance with a 30. Yeah, he's good. Questions are good, especially in the downtime while they're scoring. We'll try and answer anything that you guys throw at us. All right, good for Chance. You can see him and Justin laughing. So Justin Hannah's got a close arrow there, it looks like. I can't tell from here. We'll wait to hear the judge's official call. So they're actually shooting at 20 yards right now. Someone asked what's the distance. Justin Hannah with a 30. He got that arrow. That's good. He's moving on. So pretty much all indoor competition is either 20 yards or 18 meters, which is basically the same thing. And again, it's not necessarily the distance that makes this so difficult, but the size of the target face. So they just shrunk the target face down. They're shooting at something about the size of a dime right now. Okay. Holbert with a 30. He's moving on as well. Great to see that. Good for him. So why not count the X's as 11? They could, but because we don't score the X's 11 throughout the entire weekend, if we did, we wouldn't have a tie resulting in 23 men. They're not going to change the scoring of the 11, just for the shoot-off. It's kind of confusing. So they just refer to it as inner 10 scoring to keep it simple. What poundage these guys normally shoot? They're all over the board, 60 to 70. All right, we had Marlo with a 30 as well. Oop, we got Erin back with us now.
Hi.
And Dan McCarthy with a 30. Good for him. Jacob Pettit with a 30 as well. Ooh, I started some controversy.
Okay.
Someone asked me when I'm going to play in ASA. I told them when they have known pro.
Oh, boy.
Whoop, whoop. I went there.
You went there.
I went known pro because I'm home like 10 days a year and there's no time for me to judge, guys. Anyone that lives this target lifestyle literally doesn't have time to judge. I've been home about 10 days since October, I'm pretty sure. So when they have one that I can just roll in and shoot it, I'm in. Oh, Levi with a 27.
Oh, you can just see it on his face. He's just, oh.
God, it makes me sad.
It is sad.
Yes, so they do have to hit the X ring right now to stay in. So it's either X is a 10, the whole rest of the 9 scores a 9. That big 10 ring that you see is basically, imagine it's gone. Oh, Gibbs with the 29, so he's out as well.
You got to understand that these guys just shot 3 full days, 90 arrows, qualified for this, and boom, it's all over just like that. And they're in the 20th place, and so on, and which is just absolutely
it literally crushes me for them.
It's awful. It's actually hard to watch.
Travis Tracy threw with a 30.
Wow,
3D guys stepping up out there. That's awesome.
Travis's wife Val is one of my friends, and we've shot 3D a while, and I think as a couple, their focus has been on Val, you know, and kind of her 3D game for a while. And now they've sort of switched gears, and Travis is going to shoot a little bit more competitively. He made the indoor national shoot at NFAA indoor nationals, so pretty exciting for him.
It's really good to see that. Oh, I missed Dane. Dane had a 30.
Yes.
Like a boss. Sergio also has a 30. I told him to keep the questions coming while they're doing this scoring stuff, so we have something cool to talk about.
Paige, I just see a couple comments there saying that you can go and shoot the known pro class with the guys. So what do you think about that?
Okay, you know what? I would be more apt to do that outdoor than go play in the open division
Then
here.
go judge.
A couple people just commented that as well. No, open indoor.
Oh,
because
indoor.
technically the women, a couple people said, hey, now that you shot 900, go shoot with the boys.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not stupid, okay? Realistic here. I don't want to. Jean with a 30. Good for him. But yeah, that is something I could do. And
yeah, I mean, hey, there's nothing saying you can't, I guess.
yeah, I mean, that's something I'm not necessarily. Didn't one of the girls do that this year?
They did, yeah. Actually, Glenn Bordwell's sister, Katie, went and shot with the guys, and she said she loved shooting known, and, you know, she kind of just made that statement, like, we can shoot it, too.
I think that's kind of a statement that needs to be made, and then maybe that's what needs to happen to see some change in the future. Okay, so just recently, Jeremiah Starks with a 29, so that will put him out of this shoot-off. Miko does have a 30. He's moving on. No, that's sad.
Ooh. Shane's got a close one.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
he's
in.
good.
Nice.
Shane with a 30. Good
He's
for
thinking,
him.
whew. Wow, James Ball hitting the middle.
Yep.
First
he's
time
solid.
here. Don't know much about him other than he's a super nice guy. I was on the practice range with him.
He's got a 30. He's got a Black Eagle hat on. That's good. Shooting for Matthews as well. All right, last one, Lucky Dog.
Looks like he's
Solid.
still hitting the middle there. You know, he's an interesting kid. He's really entertaining to have a conversation with. He's got a good outlook on life and pretty positive guy.
That's awesome.
So how many have we got moving on here?
Okay, so we actually just lost. Okay, Mike Slosher from the Netherlands with a 29. Then Levi Morgan with a 27, Lee Gibbs with a 29, and Jeremiah Starks with a 29. So those are the ones we lost. 4 archers.
So we're down to 19? Yes.
I literally was just counting on my fingers, and
19.
they saw that. Yes.
A lot of them are hanging new targets, and that's just because maybe a little piece of their, you know, X-ring has already been hit, and they don't want to get a bad fold when their arrow hits.
Do they have to hang a new target? I think that's a Vegas rule. That way there's no compromised arrow calls.
That makes sense.
Pretty
then
sure.
if it's close and the paper's folded funny, there's no question when it's a new face.
Bends, rips, the paper will push.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. If it's a clean face, they can make the best call that they possibly can.
And again, when there's this much on the line, all that little stuff matters. It might not seem like a big deal if you're watching from home, but it is crucial.
If those 3 judges are determining if you're going to have $100,000 in your bank account next week or not, then
right, like that could be
I really
life-changing, really.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I really hope that, you know what I mean? They're doing the best job they can. Clearly they are. Everyone's got a new face up, so
right.
I think it's a good rule.
So let's talk about the money for a minute. It seems like sometimes that topic gets avoided. So, Paige, you won the women's division. What kind of money did you win?
You know what's so funny? I don't even know.
Oh, Paige. Does anybody know how much money Paige won? Because maybe you could let her know. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Vegas shoot for women
10,000,
maybe changes on participation.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know. Here's the thing. I don't even care. I just wanted to win Vegas so bad. I don't care.
There you have it.
How's that sound for you? Oh, man. It's true.
I mean,
you're the first person to ask me that,
Paige,
and I never even crossed my mind.
If you really don't care, I'll take half if you don't eat it.
Oh, man. I told you could come live with me. I feel like that's a pretty solid offer.
So we're going to let you know anyone who we see miss an X.
Yep, they're up going again.
Oh,
Jacob Pettit. Oop, Dane Johnson has 2 off, actually.
Travis Tracy, he's got 1 out.
Wow, okay.
Here we go.
Shane Wills has 1 out as well. Okay, we dropped quite a few just now. And they're only a couple arrows in.
So
Perkins looks solid down there on the end. He has all 3 in his target, and I'm going to say he's moving on. Jesse has 1 kind of close one. It should be good. He's got all 3 in there.
Douglas looks good.
Yep.
Bowen's good for sure.
I can't see Chance's 3rd arrow from here.
His first 2 are good. Hannah's good.
Holbert dropped 1. Marlowe dropped 1.
Yeah, Marlowe's gone.
Holbert and Marlowe on that bail just fell out.
McCarthy is good to go.
Yeah, Danny's really solid. Jacob Pettit we already mentioned. Tracy we mentioned.
Dane Johnson's gone.
Yep, Dane Johnson dropped 2.
Sergio's got 1 really close one. It's going to be an arrow call.
I think Sergio has 2 pretty close ones. That is rough.
Miko's good.
All right, here we go. Perkins 30. We're going to give you the officials. Done guessing.
Wow, we just dropped quite a few.
Yeah, we did.
Wow. Holy smokes. It's getting real.
Yes, guys, I am remodeling my kitchen.
Oh, yeah, the money's already spent. That's why she doesn't know how much it was.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even going to get it. I'm just going to hand it over to my contractor.
Broadwater 30.
Broadwater with a 30. You know, a lot of people talk about
ice cold.
A lot of people talk about the money, and since you brought that up, and obviously the money's important. We're doing this for a job. It matters. Right. But what they forget is, like, these tournaments, these wins mean so much.
It's not just about the money.
I wasn't just standing there, and these guys aren't just thinking about money. It's just, you just want to be the Vegas champion.
Right.
You know?
Especially at this shoot.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel that way at every event. It's just being able to say, like, I won this weekend is...
Hey, now you're there.
So good.
You'll be telling people at the grocery store, guess what I just did?
Yeah, no joke. Took me 14 years, but I got there.
So, that being said, is the money in the back of their mind, or no?
I mean, it is. The thing is, I don't think it's in the forefront of their mind, but it's stuck in the back. Like, you know, going out there that there's so much money on the line, and that's something that you can't not know. But hopefully you don't consciously think about it.
Right.
All right. Whoa, they're moving fast. Bowen with the 30.
Yeah,
wow,
things are
Kyle
speeding
Douglas
up
with
here.
the 30. Louis with the 30. Sorry, I'm slacking. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Are you glad you won outright, or would you have preferred to shoot off? Oh, no. Whoa. Hold on.
Who was that?
Chance. Ooh. Oh. We said he couldn't see his third, or we couldn't see his 3rd arrow. It must have been out. Breaks my heart for him. Okay. What a guy. 3-time Vegas champion.
Big names being knocked off early here. This could get interesting.
Justin Hanna's moving on with the 30.
I feel like Justin Hanna's been on fire this weekend.
He has. I think Justin's just been on fire in the last year, I would say. And he's been shooting consistently well. I think we're going to see a lot of good things out of him in the future.
Yeah, he was ASA known Pro Shooter of the Year in 2018, I believe, which is a tough field. And Hulbert's out. He's got a look of disappointment on his face, and you can just only imagine after so much work to be done. That's another wave of emotion.
Jacob Marlowe, you can see the hurt on his face.
Yeah, it's just these guys are holding it together, but I'm sure it's equally as emotional, like being done right now.
Yeah.
As it would be to keep shooting. McCarthy's really shooting well here. Middle.
That was a really good-looking target from Danny. Good one from Dan. All right, he's moving on. Okay, back to that question. I would actually prefer to win outright just because this is so stressful. It's pretty nice to not have to shoot off.
Yeah.
But I also do love shoot-offs, like last night, because it has to be a shoot-off. But if it doesn't, it's pretty relaxing.
So when you
to
say
just
you
win.
love shoot-offs, you love that pressure, right?
Yeah,
and
I
the
do, but
challenge of being able to perform under that.
It's
Is that what
different.
you mean when you say you love
yeah,
it?
it's just I try to look at it now. Again, Vegas is a different beast. Okay, wait one
Travis
sec. Jacob
Tracy
Pettit. What did he have?
missed one.
20,
He
29
Yeah.
for Jacob, and then Travis Tracy just had 29.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can
Trying to
see
keep
as
up with
these
that.
guys are kind of dwindling down, they're all shaking hands and having a laugh, and it's pretty nice sportsmanship out
It is.
there.
It's impressive. Okay.
Dean
Sorry,
Johnson
trying to
missed
keep
a
up there.
couple.
They're moving faster now that there's not
Oh,
as
the
many guys
looks
in
on their
there.
faces
It
just tells it
it
all. You
hurts me.
don't even need to say anything. It's just
Oh,
tough.
Johnson, 28.
Dane with the 28. Wow, we lost a lot of names there.
That was a big one. That end.
Yes, it was. A lot of heavy hitters just went out that round. We're still not done. There's still more. Okay, we were talking about the shoot-off pressure, and when it's a finals match, like in World Archery or something, you know you have to go win it in a finals. I like that because it's like, all right, hey, here I go. It's all
Yeah.
or nothing. And theirs are so fast, you don't even have time to think.
He
Oh,
just
Sergio.
missed that. Like, just.
29. Out here, the difference is we shoot alternating in the finals, so you have 20 seconds to shoot an arrow.
Right.
Switches to your competitor, they have 20 seconds, it switches right back to you. You can't let down, there's no time to think. Out here, they have a full 2 minutes to sit there, think, let down, contemplate what they're doing. So I think this is harder, to be honest. Jean
And
Pizarro moves on with a 30 as well.
From the 3D side of things, like a lot of these guys are 3D shooters, and when you shoot those ASA shoot-offs, you get 1 minute to shoot one arrow, and then you get a little break. So really, you just need to be good for one arrow, and then you move to the next one.
Yeah,
Here,
not 3.
3 in a row.
Yeah. I get more stressed when the pressure is there
Nico's
to
good.
Nico's good to let down, because sometimes you draw back, it's like, should I just shoot this, should I let down? And out here you just don't know. If you shoot it and you miss, you're going to wish you'd let down, and if you let down and miss, you're going to wish you would have shot it. In ASA, you don't really have that worry so much,
You
and
can let down.
in those World Archery finals, you definitely don't have that worry, because if you let down, you just got a 0. So
Right.
I feel less pressure in that, because
You know you have
just
to shoot
have
it.
to send it. Out here, there's doubt,
Right.
and that makes it hard. Oh, all right, Shane Wills, he's up next.
Oh, Paige, someone just said you won $10,000 from the shoot.
Okay, that's cool. That's awesome.
Kitchen cabinets it is.
I said it's going right to the cabinets.
Oh, Shane Wills.
29 for Shane.
It's so tough to see a lot of these guys who are really, really good guys. You just want to cheer for them because they're nice people. And
I know. And we've spent so much time with a lot of the guys out there on the line and got to know them personally. And so I genuinely feel so sad seeing them go through this and knowing what they're experiencing.
James Ball, 29.
29.
So end of the road for him. But hey, what a great first time in Vegas.
Wow. That's one he's never going to forget.
Oh, the
Our
lucky
dog
dog
is moving
still
on.
lucky. Or
Wow,
good.
okay,
one
so
or the other.
that round we lost Chance Bobeff, Michael Holbert, Jacob Marlowe, Jacob Pettit, Travis Tracy, Dane Johnson, Sergio Pagni, Shane Wills, and James Ball all just fell out of the shoot-off in that end. That was a significant number of men.
And just like that, we're down to, I think, 10 guys. Right?
7, I'm counting.
11?
Yep, 10. I think 10, counting the lucky dog.
Yes. You see a lot of the guys just taking a sigh and having that walk back. They're about to grab their bow, and that's
Go
it.
again. Yeah.
Oh.
I do think, comparing styles, taking that big break because your emotions, they like spike and fall, and I think it is harder because there's 2 minutes you can let down. They do ice you, basically.
They really do.
Between every end. And
when they say they ice you, she's just talking about like you have a chance to, one, kind of get physically cold, and not be in the moment and not get any rhythm going from end to end.
That's an expression they use to say you're like on a roll. Like there's no way to get on a roll out here in the Vegas shoot-off because you shoot 3 arrows and then you wait.
Right. There's no rhythm. When you really get things flowing, sometimes end to end you can just roll, and here,
it doesn't happen.
No.
End to end, it's almost like starting fresh.
Right.
All right, guys, here goes nothing.
So again, we'll just let you know when somebody misses the X. First arrows look good.
McCarthy.
See out?
It's going to be close, but I think so.
Yeah.
Oop, Pizarro. John Pizarro's definitely out. Miko's kind of got a close one. Glenn Boardwell's definitely out. All right. That just got really interesting.
Price is definitely out.
Oh, Louis, yep. That breaks my heart.
Perkins is good.
Yeah, he's really solid right now. Justin Hanna just straight pounding. He's good.
Kyle Douglas has one that's close. His third one. Bowen's good.
All right. Yeah, Sean dropped that one. Miko is definitely out now as well.
I'm pretty
Glenn
sure.
got his last two, but that first one's definitely out.
I think Broadwater's good. It's just.
Yeah, he's got a close one there. Wow. Okay, we definitely lost a few more in that end. So
it's dwindling down here as we go.
They said they didn't change faces. That's
no,
weird.
that end they
Did they
didn't.
not?
But I would
Why?
imagine one is coming up. I don't know.
I wonder what the official rule is on that. Wow. All right. So you can see them all standing there glassing, trying to see what everybody else is at. They're calling Jesse's out right now, unofficially.
Yeah, it does look
which
close.
Is pretty crazy. Perkins is definitely through with the 30 now, officially.
This is going to be a really close call from our angle.
I know.
He's... Oh.
Okay, maybe not.
It looks in from here.
From the camera.
They'll take a look. He probably knows.
What do you think he's feeling right now? Just waiting. Like, oh, man.
Man, by the look on his face, it doesn't look like he's feeling much. But that's how Jesse rolls. He is just so calm.
I know.
All
just
the time.
So solid all the time.
But you know he's feeling something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love him.
All right, he's wanting a look.
Those binos out to take a look. Oh, it's in. He got it. Oh, yeah. He's happy.
Good for Jesse.
So right now he's probably feeling, whew, all right.
Sigh of relief right there. Just me waiting. I'm like, waiting to hear the or the 30. Kyle Douglas, what a boss.
Yep. Wow.
Killing it. That was solid. All right, Louis.
Nope.
I think we're going to see big things from him in the future. I think he's one to keep your eye on for sure. Louis with the 29.
Do we know how old he is, Paige? Is he?
Okay, I should know this, but I don't. He's in his mid-20s.
Okay.
I know he's engaged.
Okay.
Going to be getting married soon, pretty sure. Just an all-around good guy. You know, so genuine, super nice, honest.
Bowen looks solid.
Bowen does look
solid,
really
solid. Nothing even close.
All right, Justin Hanna's up next. Justin's really solid as well.
Yep. I'm not sure if Justin Hanna was in this last year or not. I just can't remember.
There was like 25 guys or
Mhm.
something crazy, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
pretty
even
hard to
more.
remember year to year. Ooh, Danny's. See Dan's first one?
Yeah, it looks out to
Doesn't
me.
look good, yeah.
He doesn't look thrilled. But they're making the call. Oh,
Okay.
sad.
Same goes for Dan. What a good guy. We're going to see him a lot more out on the ASA range this year.
Absolutely. The field is dwindling.
It is, which makes me sad. That's one of my favorite rounds to shoot. Oh, John Pizarro, 29. We lost him as well. I think he's been doing a lot for the sport in Puerto Rico, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool. I don't know. I think he's like the president now or
Okay.
whatever it is. But yeah, no, he's been doing some good stuff, which is awesome. Anytime you see the pros giving back like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. So Nico with the 28. We lost him as well. And Glenn, our lucky dog. Nico seems to be taking it pretty well.
Some rowdy fans in the crowd.
Yeah.
And Boardwell.
Glenn Boardwell,
Wow.
29. So
Just like that.
our lucky dog is out of it. Now, the way the lucky dog works, they either win it or they're 23rd.
Right.
So because Glenn didn't win it, even though he made it to the top 10, his placement in the Vegas shoot will now be 23rd.
yes.
That was part of the agreement with the lucky dog, you know, coming
It's all
in
or
here. It was-
nothing.
Yep,
Mhm.
exactly. So, all right, here's what we have. On that round, we lost Lewis Price, Dan McCarthy, John Pizarro, and Miko. I'm not even going to try to butcher his last name, and Glenn Boardwell. So, still remaining, that leaves Christopher Perkins, Jesse Broadwater, Kyle Douglas, Richard Bowen, Justin Hanna, and that's it, and Justin Hanna. Is that 5?
Yeah.
5 guys left. All right. Woo.
Just like that.
Someone just asked again, what's the lucky dog? Anyone that shoots a 299 gets to go into a sudden death shoot-off, basically having to shoot inside-out X's. Last man standing is considered the lucky dog and gets to come play in the shoot-off with the guys that shot a 900.
Yeah. So it means they missed only 110 all weekend, and then they shoot off for a chance to be the lucky dog.
Yep, in the shoot-off.
Mm-hmm. They're all changing their targets again, which we knew that was coming.
Some of these comments are really funny, guys. You're keeping us entertained. Even if we're not answering, we're seeing them and we're laughing at it.
Okay, so if you're just
okay. They're
now
getting new faces, which is
tuning
good.
in for the final five guys.
Yep.
Tonight's coverage brought to you by Gas Bowstrings, and these guys are in how many ends have they shot here in this shoot-off already?
They've shot 1, 2, 3 ends. They're going into their 4th end right now in the shoot-off. Sorry, I
And
was
we're down
counting.
to 5.
Yes.
So
Someone asked what's inside out. So that basically means, since we're on camera, if this is the ring, their arrow has to be inside of it that can't touch the edge. So if it's inside the X and it touches even the X, doesn't count.
yeah, it can't touch any lines at all. It has to be in the middle.
Yes.
And for a size reference, like the 10 is the X, which is what they're shooting at right now, and a 27 diameter arrow, which is what most of these guys are shooting, just barely fits in
So
there
it
without
has to be
touching. Like
perfect to
if
fit
it's
inside
even
that
just like
dime.
a millimeter off in one direction, oh, that's
Yeah,
a
they're done.
16th of an inch. Then it's going to touch the line.
You and your Canadian
Yeah.
numbers.
I went metric on you there for a minute. Okay, here they go.
Someone said you're losing your accent. Ouch.
Wow, I'm offended.
All right, here we go. Top 5 guys. We'll let you know what we see.
Perkins is out, I think.
What?
On his first one? It's edgy, but I think it's out.
Yeah, I think so too. Everybody else's first arrow's good. All right.
Again, we're not at the best angle, but
I think it's probably just too far outside that 10 line. I think all these guys that are left are shooting 27s. None of them should be shooting
Ooh,
23s.
Broadwater just missed one out the top.
Yeah, Jesse's is definitely out.
Dang.
So here's the thing. If everybody misses one, they could all move on with 29s.
Oh,
Justin Hanna just missed
one.
one.
Douglas is
Douglas,
good.
Kyle
for sure.
Douglas, oh my gosh. Richard Bowen
So
still
if
has an
Bowen
arrow.
needs to hit this.
If he doesn't, Kyle could literally be our winner.
I'm nervous.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Kyle.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Kyle Douglas.
What?
I think Kyle is our Vegas champion.
Holy smokes.
Look at his face. I love it. Perkins is definitely out looking
That
at the
escalated
camera.
quickly.
Whoa. So we just went from all these guys cleaning it to
Oh,
4 of the
wow.
5 missed one. And Kyle
Just
is our
like
champion.
that. Kyle Douglas. Holy smokes.
Ah. What do you think he's feeling right
Oh.
now? I don't.
Shock,
I'm
think.
pretty sure Kyle came in as an underdog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
well,
he just.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like.
not ability-wise, but experience. He's not
Young.
someone that
He's
everyone
young.
would say has been there time
Yeah.
and time again. And wow,
Yeah.
he just pulled off the win.
Wow, he is going to be so pumped.
Perkins was a 29, so official scores. Here we go.
Wow. Crazy. That's Vegas.
Yep, 29 for Jesse.
The look on Jesse's face.
I know.
It kind of makes me want to cry a little.
Yeah. I've had enough emotions for one day.
So right
Kyle
now-
Douglas, look at how solid that target
Yeah,
is, too.
it's
It's just smoking.
It's all going to be starting to hit Kyle right as they call this out. Oh, boy. He's laughing. Oh, man. How crazy.
Wow. Okay, they skipped Kyle. They moved on to Richard Bowen with a 29.
The guys are shaking hands. They know what's what. There's nothing overly close, but we'll wait for the final call here.
Exactly. 29 for Justin Hanna.
It's official. Wow.
I don't even think he knows what's
No, I don't
happening right now.
Never missed an X in that many ends, and
Oh,
he
wow.
is the 2020 Vegas champ. Wow.
Good for Kyle. That's so cool.
What a crazy
He needs
way.
pictures.
Crazy way
Why
to
is he
win.
pulling his arrows?
Yeah, he's just. Oh, because they have to shoot.
Yeah, but you still got to take a picture.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle, what a rookie. A rookie who just won Vegas, baby. That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Pretty
that's okay.
exciting.
Wow. So
He's
cool.
gonna go back there and just realize what happened.
It's
Yeah.
like me, it's going to take him probably a week
yeah.
for that to set in. So, guys, the shoot-off's not done. Do not leave. We have a champion, but we do not know who's going to be second and third. So
we
stay
still
tuned.
have 4 guys that are shooting off for second place. Second and third, obviously.
Yes. So
how tough is
Oh.
it to shoot these arrows now?
I was just going to say, so like
I don't
what a
think-
letdown they just
Oh,
went
and they're,
through.
they're laughing and
Yeah,
joking.
look at
and
they're not even as stressed
you know.
anymore. The big W's off the table.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of money on the line. In
Yeah.
Vegas, they make, okay, it's not $100,000, but they make a lot for second and third. So, I mean,
It's not like you want to just.
oh, here, we should be calling arrows. All right.
Right.
We're still contemplating life.
I
Here,
feel
no
like
big
this
deal.
could go on a while now because they're all going to be feeling pretty good.
Nope, Richard Bowen dropped one.
Everybody else is good.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But again, you never know, like, what's going to happen. Perkins is solid.
Hannah's
Listen,
good.
Hannah's solid. Jesse's solid. Richard got that one. Okay, 2 arrows in for all of them. We're just waiting on their third. Yes for Perkins. Yes for Justin Hannah.
Jesse's good.
Richard got his third one.
So
Jesse's
just
good.
Richard
So yeah,
Bowen.
it looks like we just lost Richard. The other 3 should be good to go. That will put him in 5th place for the weekend. Wow.
At least one more in world-class archery. Let's hear it for these archers. Ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me.
Someone just said he's not keeping that target.
I know.
Did he throw it on the ground?
No, I think in that moment you just didn't really even know what to do.
No.
Yeah.
He'll
Where-
look back and go, dang, I should have.
Where is he right now?
I don't even know. How much money is second and third? I don't know, like it's 20 grand, 30 grand, like enough that it matters. It's a lot here.
It'll be a good chunk of change.
15.
Enough to pay your way, that's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
don't know, yeah. I mean, enough that they want to win it.
Yeah. They're probably thinking it's enough for a party bus in Vegas. You can just see the look of, disappointment and emotion on his
Richard
face.
Bowen.
Yeah.
29.
That's the thing about this tournament is when you don't win, the disappointment is even maybe more so than other tournaments because there's so much work just to get here and then just go home and think about coming next year. And
I
it's,
know.
it's kind of a vicious cycle in a way.
It is the build-up. The
Yeah.
build-up from year to year, I feel like, just gets bigger and bigger. The nice thing is, though, there's so many events throughout the year that,
True.
one goes rough. I try not to think about how I'm going to do here next year, but think about how am I going to do at the next event. And I think
One
that
at a
makes it
time.
more manageable, I think to handle that.
If you don't think about it that way, it'll eat you up.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. Oh, here we go. Second's 15K, third is 10K. So,
Okay.
guys, take that and then add in a whole lot of contingency as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Still-
definitely
it's
enough
still
money
great
there.
money. Mm-hmm.
Gonna be stoked. Okay, so with that, we were correct. We lost Richard Bowen. He's going to end up 5th here in Vegas. Awesome showing. Super happy for him. And that leaves 3 guys playing right now, fighting for second place. We have Chris Perkins, Jesse Broadwater, and Justin Hannah.
Which means 2 of these 3 guys.
Make the podium.
Yeah.
And 1 is going home.
Is 4th place the worst possible position or not?
So we joke that 4th is like the worst loser because they were so close yet so far away. But I think second's pretty rough too because there's such
Even closer.
such a big difference between second and winning. Yeah. Like 4th wasn't gonna win, so
Right.
3rd and 4th, but like that
But
second place
second,
person just
You're
hates
so
their life.
close. You're so close.
Yeah. Because again, like we said, these archers are out here, but really they're out here to win. That's what
Right.
everyone's here to take that big W home.
I think Perkins just missed one.
What?
Mm.
No, he's good. He's inside the 10
Oh,
line.
yeah, he's good.
Okay, they're all good.
Yep.
Okay, that one's good.
Good.
Yep, solid from
Justin
Justin
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah, he's got it going
Good one
on.
from
Jesse,
Jesse.
too, like extra middle.
Okay. Third and final arrow.
Chris is good.
Yep. Yeah, his first one should be solid. If it wasn't, I'd be...
Hannah's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Waiting on Jesse's last one. Good.
Good. All right.
Looks like they're all good.
I would say they're all moving on. Oh, how did Erin do? How'd Vegas go, Erin?
Well, actually, this was the first year that I made the cut to shoot on kind of like the championship line on the 3rd day.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
although
That's good.
it wasn't what I wanted, I'm going to focus on the positives. Oh.
Yeah. I'm not even going there. There's another comment made us laugh.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, no, so one thing I think is Chris is through with a 30. One thing I think is pretty important is even if there's a tournament you go to and you don't win, you're always going to take something away from it. You're always learning. You're always growing.
Well, you have to. If you go and, you have a disappointing performance, you have to find
The silver lining.
something to take away from it. You can't just say, I'm so mad or upset or this or that, because you won't last long in this sport.
No.
Because you can't win every week.
You can't. You're going to lose a lot more than you win.
You need to be able to learn from it and grow. Otherwise, you're going to just be really miserable.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. All right.
So these guys
Go
are
again.
going again. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm working really, really hard to get better at indoor, and I actually enjoy it. Call me crazy, but I like it.
We actually went to Rome together earlier this year, and she got to shoot her first World Archery event, and that was pretty cool to be there for that.
It was fantastic. I wish I could go to more of them, honestly, because I do feel like every time I shoot an indoor tournament, I learn something very valuable and take that with me, and I hope that
Do you think practicing this game is going to make you a stronger 3D shooter?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because the number of arrows alone, your execution gets better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And pressure.
Yes.
Okay,
That's great.
Here we go, guys. Next end. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th end.
Yeah, so these guys have nearly shot another full
Should all be
round.
good.
Yep, looks good. All three of them looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
Three
they
Matthews shooters.
Yeah, they are. Perkins is good. Broadwater's good. Justin's good. Okay, so first 2 arrows are clean from all of them. Just waiting on their third.
Pretty much putting on a show. Good display of how good the guys at this level really are.
Perkins stuffed it. Oh, you couldn't have. Oh no, Justin Hanna. 10 from Justin, or it'd be a 9 from Justin Hanna.
Long hold from Jesse, and
He got it.
Got it.
He's good. Okay, so that will put Justin Hanna in fourth.
Yeah, he's
for the weekend.
the look on his face right now.
I mean,
You can imagine exactly kind of what's going through his head to be that close and shoot that many ends and shoot that well. To finish fourth is just...
it's brutal.
It is brutal.
I mean, but in a way, you think about it too, there were 23 guys in that shoot-off.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just came out here and did this and ended 23rd.
Right.
And 22nd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's brutal.
I've heard the men talk about that, and they're like, dang, you make the shoot-off and you don't even make it into the teens in placement.
And right now, I'm sure Justin is crushed. He's upset, everything else. But eventually, he will take how well he shot under this pressure, and he'll take it into the next shoot-off that he's in, and so on. So it'll help him grow. But right now, he's crushed.
Yes, he is. At least Justin won 10K for the first day. Yeah, for those of you guys that missed that, Vegas implemented a new 10K shoot-off. It's a lucky dog style format. Anyone in a championship division that shoots a 300 at the end of each day, the first 2 days, gets to shoot off for 10,000. And Justin was the first winner of that. So he did win another 10K this weekend earlier. So good
unless
for
he
him.
gambled it all away by now, he's not going home empty-handed.
No.
I'm sure he couldn't care less about that right now, but
yeah,
still
makes
helps.
him feel a little better.
So that means for sure our podium will be first place Kyle Douglas, and then second and third in no particular order will be Chris Perkins and Jesse Broadwater.
Yeah, someone just asked our predictions. So honestly, if you look at who's left, we have Jesse and Chris.
Yeah, you really want us to pick one?
They're so experienced. They've done this so many times, and man, they're both so solid. And here's the thing. You couldn't make a prediction if you tried.
Right.
It is going to
be
like
flipping a coin.
It is. Like literally, it's going to be whichever one of them makes just the slightest little flaw first.
And they know that. They know that they cannot miss because the other guy's probably not going to miss.
Yep.
So they're just going to battle it out here. And I'm sure, honestly, I bet they're going to have fun with this. They both shoot for Matthews. They're friends, and
yeah, they've shot together for a lot of years. I know Chris is young, but he's been man, he's been dominant for a long time, and Jesse's a legend. So at this point,
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You know what's interesting? Here's a really good comparison. If you take a look at their setups, while they're shooting, if you can get a look at it, Chris has so much weight on his bars.
And Jesse has hardly
It looks like Jesse has maybe like 3 ounces on the front, which anybody who watches him shoot,
even
it's just
3 ounces?
mind-blowing
That looks like
how he
I'm gonna
holds
use
that still.
Hold on. I'm going to cheat with my binos and look at his bow.
A lot of these guys are using that big weight to kind of keep them
A lot of
steady.
the new
Ooh,
thing
Chris
now is
missed one.
he did?
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
So if Jesse hits all these, he's gonna be good.
Okay. Now the thing is, you just heard the crowd go, ooh.
Yeah, tough.
While
crowd.
Jesse's at full draw, so he knows. If he
Good.
got it, good. All right, my guess now, I think Jesse will pull through and
He'll
finish
finish
that
it
third
off.
arrow. I think Chris will finish out too. Chris knows he has to have a chance.
Yeah, he hit his second one. If Jesse hits this, he gets second place.
Yep. He looks solid.
Yep.
Yeah, he did it.
He's good.
There we
So
go.
that means unofficially that Jesse Broadwater will be your second place finisher and Christopher Perkins will finish
but
in
Chris actually
third
dropped his third one.
place.
Okay,
Okay.
granted, I just do want to throw out there, that's one of the hardest arrows you'll ever shoot. You already know you're done.
Yeah, you're just
The crowd's yelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much a full send.
Right. So that's your podium. First place, Kyle Douglas. He just, when there was 5 guys left, hit all the X's and boom, it was over. He's our winner. So I'm sure he's pumped. Second place, Jesse Broadwater. Everybody loves him. He shot awesome. In third place, Christopher Perkins.
Yep. Wow. Well, there you guys have it. Man, it's been a full weekend of exciting things. First, just a lot of great stuff happening in archery right now, and it's neat to be here, be a part of it, and witness it all firsthand. But congratulations to everybody that just one shot well this weekend, but also went out there and performed their best in the
Yeah,
shoot-off.
absolutely.
It's
It's been a great time. Thanks for tuning in with us.
Yep.
It's been fun.
This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Gas Bowstrings. I'd like to say thanks to them for supporting this. We're here at Bowjunky Media at bowjunkymedia.com. And next we're going to have an award ceremony. Thank you guys again for tuning in. What a great time. What a great showing. Show these guys some respect. They deserved
This
it.
stuff is tough.
They earned it, man. Wow.
And congrats to you, Paige, once again.
Thanks.
A big weekend.
Bye,
See you
guys.
guys.